Good morning, everybody. Brock and Salk Show, Seattle Sports on 710, seattlesports.com, Seattle Sports app, podcast platforms, 97.3, HD2, and YouTube. Thank you to everybody who's found us on all of those various platforms. Happy Parade Day. I've got my Congratulations Hawks 2026 Champions deal here, which is awesome. You can follow all the action in print, online, and on the radio, it says on the back. In case you're wondering, I'm holding this up here for the YouTube people to see what we're dealing with as we get ready for the parade today. Guys, excited? It's a parade. You don't get a lot of these, but I will say right off the bat, I'm going to do a public service because, that's in my nature. Maura, you sent this over. I loved it. I read this whole thing, and it's hilarious. This is from Seattle PD. Sergeant Patrick Michaud? I'm going to say Michaud. Sergeant Patrick Michaud, who says, all right, 12s, you've done it. The Seahawks are Super Bowl champions. The confetti's barely settled at Levi Stadium. The dark side defense just finished putting the clamps on the Patriots. And the entire Pacific Northwest is buzzing with a level of excitement usually reserved for, well, this. Tomorrow, Coach Macdonald and our glorious Hawks are having the parade. They deserve an ear-splitting celebration right through the heart of downtown Seattle. You want to be there. Heck, I want to be there. You want to high-five Witherspoon and shout JSN until you lose your voice. I bet you're just waiting to catch a glimpse of Sam hoisting that Lombardi trophy like the king he truly is. But listen up, because I need to have a serious chat with you. Do not, I repeat, do not drive into Seattle tomorrow. I know the voice in your head is repeating, but I have to be there. How will Walker hand me a game ball? Spoiler alert, he won't. He'll be on a float. Were you just thinking of our little 12s? How can any child possibly go to school? Not that we would ever recommend skipping school and miss this epic Seattle celebration. I know your brain has come up with a plan to just drive into downtown and effortlessly park a block from 4th Ave. But let me tell you, that's not happening. Here's a realistic picture. This guy's great. More Sergeant Patrick Michaud, please. Scenario 1, the optimist. You leave your house at 6 a.m. Beat the traffic, you laugh. By 7 a.m., you're stuck on I-5, barely moving, and heads up, you've only reached the Tacoma Dome. By 9 a.m., you've aged 10 years and consumed enough Starbies to float a superclass ferry. You finally find a parking spot in Tacoma. You then realize you're going to miss the Shaheed appearance because you're currently 3 zip codes away. Scenario 2, the strategist. You meticulously plan your route, studying maps and WS or WashDOT alerts. You arrive in Seattle feeling like a genius, only to discover that every street has been mysteriously transformed into a pedestrian zone full of navy and action green jerseys. Your car is trapped in a never-ending loop of one-way street hell, while Maffei and Williams are already halfway through the parade route. You emerge from your car at sunset, blinking, having seen nothing but detour signs. So here's what he suggests, the game plan for tomorrow. Seriously, folks, our planners are dealing with the logistical equivalent of trying to block the Hawks' defensive line. Public transportation is your MVP tomorrow. The Sounder and light rail are your champions. The bus is your reliable offensive line. Your feet, trust them more than Sam Darnold trusts JSN, which is saying a lot after this season. The less time you spend running down your electric car battery, the more time you can spend celebrating the dark side defense and screaming Seahawks at the top of your lungs. Please, for the love of Blitz, leave your car at home. Let's make this parade as smooth as McDonald's defensive schemes. If you've made it this far in our police statement and still plan on driving into town for the parade, did you not read the 2,500 words before this? Please do everyone a solid. Leave your guns at home. Okay? Don't leave them in your car. There have been cases of firearms taken during car prowls. Don't let someone else enjoy what should be a great time. Finally, if you need anything, help, directions, or food recommendations, we will have all the officers out and about. We will be wearing our bright yellow vests so we can be seen in the crowds. Can't wait to see you all tomorrow. Go Hawks, Sergeant Patrick Michaud. How about that? Real fan, by the way. You can always tell real fans versus the people who are faking it. That's not faking it. That's somebody legit. He knows what he's talking about. Shout out to Sergeant Patrick Michaud. Anyway, be careful.
He also called himself like the senior hype official.
He did. I'm sorry. I missed that. I read the whole thing and then decided to bail on the last 3 words. Hype department coordinator. He's the hype department coordinator.
I thought it was fun.
It was fun. And I really think it's a good idea to, go down there. but also to not drive. So figure out a way to take public transportation. I know it's not perfect, but I think you'll probably end up being happier in the long run. Parades are pretty cool, man. Yeah, I've only been to a couple of them in my life. Just the idea of everyone coming together, an entire city celebrating something. Look, not to get all cheesy on you guys, and today is going to be a day with some cheese and schmaltz. I'm just going to warn you. Today's going to be a little schmaltzy. It just is. Not 7:30 when Joel Klatt comes on. That won't be schmaltzy at all. That'll be probably a little, combative. But a lot of the day will be kind of schmaltzy because the Seahawks have made it so. They won, and they won with love, and they won with tenderness, and they won with vulnerability and things that we don't often hear from professional athletes, let alone contact sport athletes. Collision sport athletes. So, yeah, this is a rare team, and they present a different front from most others that we know of. So there's going to be a little schmaltz involved in today. But I also just, look, when you get a parade that brings people together, there's nothing cooler than that. And sports is the only thing that does that, or one of the only things anyway. Man, we've been talking about this forever. This is a divided country. It's a divided city. It's a divided region. It's a divided society in so many ways, right? I mean, I don't need to delve too deeply into the political divide in this country, but it's not the only one. There are so many things that divide us in this country, and sports, at least on a regional basis, generally is not. I know, right, you may hate Niners fans, and Niners fans hate Seahawks fans and all that, and I guess in that way you could call it divisive, but in terms of your region, in terms of 1 million people, somewhere in that range, showing up later today in downtown Seattle just to cheer for a team together, those people are going to come from all different, disparate backgrounds and ideologies and creeds and credos and everything else. They don't agree on most anything, except that they had a blast watching the Seahawks this year, that they're excited that the Seahawks won the Super Bowl. And those things are really good for a community. I do think Seattle Public Schools should have given the kids a day off. I do. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world that they didn't, but I do think they should have. These are memories, man. You could make the argument that skipping school is an even bigger memory because your parents let you do it. So I'm not going to freak out over this one. I'm kind of fine with it either way. But if you can take your kids, take your kids. I can't take mine because I'm actually taking them out of school Thursday and Friday because we're going to Denver for a hockey tournament. So I can't take my kids because they're already missing 2 days this week, and then they got vacation next week. So I can't do it. But I was with a friend of mine the other night, and his daughter, 11, her name is Jax. She's like, Dad, I want to skip school. I want to go to the parade. And he's like, no, you didn't watch enough games. What was the score of the game? You don't even know. She just looks him straight in the eye, and she's like, Dad, 29-13. And he's like, oh, man. So now I don't know what the resolution of that was. I don't know if Jack's going to get to skip school or not. But regardless, take your kids if you can. These are cool moments that you'll remember for the rest of your life and that they will as well. You get a little bonding time. You get to hang out together. Maybe they get the thrill of skipping school with your permission. It's a little extra bonding time for you guys together. All this stuff, man. You don't get these opportunities very often. You never know when the next one is coming. You never know. So enjoy it. Enjoy it, Seattle. Everybody, it's been over a decade since you've had an opportunity to do this, and it was a whole long time before that. And hopefully this is the first of many. Hopefully the Mariners are going to be doing this soon. Hopefully the Seahawks are going to roll off 3, 4, 5 more of these in the next decade. And this is the way, this becomes the norm. I hope we all get bored. I hope we all get bored with parades. I hope at some point we're all like, meh, we've done this too much. Too many parades. I'm done. But for now, go have a great time today and don't drive. All right, we'll come right back. We'll give you everything you need to know, including some more of those details and some potential great news on the horizon for our city as well. And then we'll play some Mike Macdonald yesterday because he was just awesome. It's Brock and Salk, Seattle Sports on 710.
Y'all ready, Seattle? Let's go.
It's about us. The Seahawks win Super Bowl 60.
It's the Seahawks Super Bowl Championship Parade.
Sounds nice. Super Bowl champs, baby.
This morning.
Hey, 12's Bumpus, Stacy here, and we are here for the party.
Yep, we're broadcasting live from the Seahawks Championship Trophy celebration at Lumen Field starting at 10 a.m.
We're the home of the Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
Hey, shout out to the 12.
Seattle Sports.
Well, this week's First Mark Challenge victory goes to Brandy Cruz. Hey, Brandy, why? Why First Mark Insurance?
Service. I wondered for a second whether I was getting the VIP treatment, and I kind of asked, hey, is this what you do for everyone? And they're like, of course. The whole First Mark Challenge is meant to be personal, right? So it really is tailored and meant to be a personal experience for every single person. I will say I've just done whatever is the quickest and cheapest type of insurance, and I realized while I was doing it, wow, this is what it feels like to get insurance as a real adult. We had a million questions, and they walked us through every step of the process, and then they're working for you. So they're not working for insurance companies, they're working for you. To experience that level of service really shows you what the difference is with First Mark.
Brandy did it. My family did it. You got to do it. It's totally free. Take the First Mark Challenge. See how much money they can save you and how much better your coverage will get. Maybe you will be our next First Mark Challenge victory. Go to firstmarkinsurance.com.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
When you buy a new vehicle from Lee Johnson, you'll get a lifetime powertrain warranty included.
Start having fun. Caesar Sportsbook at Muckleshoot Casino Resort is your #1 place to eat, drink, watch, and have fun. Keep up with your favorite sports anywhere and everywhere on property with the mobile app. Visit MuckleshootCasino.com today. Scan the QR code and let the play begin.
Muckleshoot.
In October baseball, every pitch matters and every decision is magnified. In the postseason, teams don't rely on hope. They rely on preparation and experience. Divorce works much the same way. But the consequences of a bad call don't last a game, they last a lifetime. At Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men, we provide the preparation and experience to protect your finances, your children, and your future. Go to goldbergjones.com to get your questions answered at no charge. goldbergjones.com.
Hey Hawk fans, Jake Bobo. Stormy weather is here. How's your roof holding up? Give Techline Roofing a call. With the strongest warranty in the business, Techline has you covered. That's TEKLINE. Roofing.com. Trust Techline.
Okay, guys, quick PSA. Forgetting Valentine's Day flowers is not the move. Get it right this year. Send farm fresh flowers from the Books Company. And right now, get 25% off with code CANTY. Books flowers are cut fresh, so you get bigger, brighter blooms that last way longer. And it's easy. Pick the bouquet, the delivery date, and you're done. Valentine's Day is February 14th, right after the big game, so order now. Go to Books.com and use code CANTY for 25% off. That's BOUQS.com.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Listen every day to the Bump and Stacy Show for headline rewrites. Powered by Bay Alarm Security Services. Security systems and fire alarms for every business. Bay Alarm. We got you.
We meet by accident, fixing every last bit. Accurate Auto Body.
If you've been in an auto accident, you have the right to take your vehicle to any repair facility. Accurate Auto Body has been family owned and operated since 1994, and they work for you, not your insurance company. Your insurance company may not love them, but you will, because
We meet by accident, fixing every last bit. Accurate Auto Body.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon. Hello? You won't believe where I am. Are you running? Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus, 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel? I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture. And then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with autopay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Ooh, that face. Quantum fiber internet loves that face.
That's Jamila.
Yay to Jamila.
She's thinking outside the box from inside the box.
Quantum fiber Wi-Fi keeps her meeting game strong. From the back door to the front lawn.
Rushing all of her video calls. Back to back video calls.
Quantum fiber internet blowing the soxies up all those people in all those boxes. Yay to you.
Switch today at quantumfiber.com. Additional pods may be needed to achieve Wi-Fi coverage in some locations. Limited availability. Service in select locations only.
This hour is brought to you by Goldberg and Jones.
Need to know.
15 minutes past every hour with Brock and Salk.
Here's what you need to know. Up first.
All right, parade day today. I love a good championship parade. It's kind of the one time where team and fans get to celebrate together. The team, of course, had their big moment. The fans had theirs, and now it all kind of comes together across the city. Sounds like there will be military vehicles as they make their way from Lumen Field up to Seattle Center rather than duck boats this time. Whatever. Looking forward to seeing which guys are going to be on which floats with whom. Should be great. Ceremony starts at 10 a.m. Parade gets going around 11. They're expecting about 1 million people. The city is begging you not to drive into downtown. So take light rail, buses, anything other than your car, even if you're leaving early. Public schools do remain open today. By the way, just under 125 million people ended up watching the Super Bowl. That is down just a tick from last year, but still second most watched game ever. Halftime show, I think, came in as the 4th most watched halftime show ever. So regardless of whatever was going on around it, or people considering the game to be boring, or the Seahawks not a big draw, or whatever, they ended up doing all just fine in the ratings. People still like the Super Bowl. People still like football. People still tune in to watch.
Here's the second thing you need to know.
All right, we got our chance to talk to Mike Macdonald really for the final time this season yesterday. We'll play you the whole interview coming up here in about 15 minutes. But he's got work to do. He's got to hire an offensive coordinator. That becomes priority one.
We have great. I think a really important part of what we want to do is have continuity. And a part of our vision here is that we want to have the Seattle Seahawks system that's going to evolve over time. And it's going to be our system, and ultimately we want to be a place where we can create an environment where people, if we do a great job, we do what we're supposed to do, we can create opportunities for our own people and keep growing our people. But that doesn't mean we're not going to augment our staff from, people that are out there. I mean, we're always going to do that, but right now that's where my mind is.
So, I mean, that is a big commitment, right? Essentially saying we want to have a Seattle Seahawks system where we do the same thing no matter who is in the driver's seat as the offensive coordinator. That doesn't mean things don't alter and change and evolve from year to year, but they don't want to change language. They don't want to change systems full-fledged. They want to, for the most part, have the same deal. So they obviously liked what they got from the Clint Kubiak system, and I would assume that there's going to be a lot of similarity in whatever they do. It sure sounds like they're going to keep it in-house, although that's not necessarily the only option for them. It's been cool just talking to Mike and hearing his reaction to winning the Super Bowl. He even learned how to use Instagram better.
Steph showed me last night that you can save reels on Instagram. Yeah. So in the past I would just like it, and then I would go to my likes and I could go back to see.
Oh, actually that's what I do too.
Okay, so I didn't know. So now I know you can save it. So now I have a Super Bowl a folder.
Oh.
And you just try to capture everything, like I was telling, there's videos of our city when it goes to zero, and there's chants going on, there's fireworks going. I mean, out of the it's just, I want to just capture all of it, So there it is. Hopefully Instagram doesn't go defunct here.
Is that a scenario that anybody is worried about? Instagram going away? I think Meta's got some pretty good backing behind that. In any event, he's got other choices and responsibilities now that needs to get made. What do you do with Ken Walker is going to be one of the first. Brady Henderson spoke about it yesterday.
My best guess is, that he is a Seahawk. And if you had asked me this 6 months ago, Bump, I would have said no, or I don't know, however long ago training camp was by this point. I would have said, probably less than 20% at that point, just because, we all knew about the durability concerns and the fact that how highly regarded Zach Charbonnet is, and what's happened in the last 6 or 7 months, whatever it is that Walker finally showed that he can be durable. And he played in 20 games this season, which is remarkable, having, not played a full season in any of his first 3 years. And not only that, he was hardly on the injury report all year.
Yeah, all of those are important factors here, but also stick to your plan. Don't get caught up in what happened over a short period of time, and make sure you make decisions that make sense for the long haul.
Here's the third thing you need to know.
All right, let's see. Mariners streaming plan now available at mariners.tv. Essentially $100 for the season or $20 a month. They'll also have an option where it combines with MLB TV for about $200. So that's good news. And it sounds like we may get something on NBA expansion as soon as this summer. Brad Townsend of the Dallas Morning News saying he's hearing that there will be a vote this summer on expanding the league by 2 teams. It's expected to pass, and that Vegas and Seattle are still the favorites. Reggie Miller was on with Dan Patrick yesterday.
Vegas is a foregone conclusion.
I think so.
Okay.
I think Seattle is a foregone conclusion.
Okay.
It would never should have left Seattle in the first place. It is a great fan base, as we just witnessed on Super Bowl Sunday, how they travel and how they've been for their football team, having a chance to play GP and those great Nate McMillan, Dale Ellis, and some of those great Seattle teams. It was unbearable to come into that building and play against those guys. And that fan base is just absolutely, they would be on fire to be back in the league. So I think those 2 teams it's a foregone conclusion.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. We'll see what happens and how this goes. It's been obviously an up and down ride, so nothing guaranteed yet. We'll see what happens this summer. That is everything you need to know. 1/4 every hour here on the Brock and Salk Show. All of our championship parade coverage is provided by Harborstone Credit Union. Thank you to them for getting involved in the big parade day. Pretty cool championship parade here in Seattle today. We'll take you through the game a little bit today at 8:30, kind of how we got here. I think I mentioned that Joel Klatt is going to be with us at 7:30, and then just some basic sports talk over the course of the morning. Well, what is the league going to learn from the Seahawks, and why do they keep using this one word "love" as they talk to each other on the field? What does that mean, and why is it so important to this team? So a lot of fun conversations ahead. You got to listen to Mike Macdonald, hear about his journey from Super Bowl to Jimmy Kimmel to being around his team and the big party that ensued, like all of it. I mean, just it's quite a walk through his mind. So stick with us. That's coming up next. It's Brock and Salk, Seattle Sports on 710.
Boss, a complete jerk who denied your time off request for the parade? Stuck at home with the kids because the babysitter's going to the parade? We got you.
They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
Follow Seattle Sports on all the socials for all the content, sights, and sounds that'll make you feel like you're on 4th Avenue with nearly 1 million of your fellow 12s. From the home of the Super Bowl champion Seahawks, Seattle Sports.
Championship parade coverage is provided by Harborstone Credit Union. It's a good day to be a football fan and a Harborstone Credit Union member. They've been voted the best credit union and best place to work. They're in the top 1% of credit unions for products and services in Washington State, and they've got a best-in-class mobile app. Harborstone Credit Union delivers real support to help people thrive. With over 30 branches from Olympia to Bellingham, find one near you. Go to harborstone.com.
It's game time, and Toyota of Kirkland and Toyota of Renton are lining up with a roster that's built to dominate the field. The gas-powered RAV4, built to power through every drive, rain or shine. Or switch up the play with the hybrid RAV4, versatile, efficient, and always moving the chains. The Tacoma, tough, dependable, and clutch when it counts. And now, taking the field, the all-new 2026 Toyota Tundra, redesigned, powerful, and built for the big moments. Whether you're in the north or the south, Toyota of Kirkland and Toyota of Renton have your winning ride. Visit toyotaofkirkland.com and toyotaofrenton.com.
Hey everyone, Rick Witters, owner of Cressy Door. At Cressy Door, we offer top-of-the-line garage doors, garage door service, and garage door repairs. From everyone here at Cressy Door, congratulations to the Hawks for winning the big game.
What is that sound? Ugh, that sounds like a plumbing sound. Luckily, there's a company that fixes all the plumbing sounds across Puget Sound. That's All Sound Plumbing. Puget Sound's plumbing experts. Have a sound? Visit allsoundplumbing.com.
For over 50 years, Bucky's Complete Auto Repair has been the one locals trust for honest pricing, expert service, and guaranteed repairs. This dedication has earned them a Carfax Preferred designation. At Bucky's, every customer gets detailed Carfax updates, timely service reminders, and a full service history, all at your fingertips. With 16 family-owned locations, no appointment needed, and easy financing, Bucky's makes auto care simple. Visit Bucky's.com today and drive with confidence. Bucky's.com.
For 100 days, I'm going to cross the 7 continents because the answers to everything important are out there at the edges of our world. I'm stepping into the unknown. Where are we going? To see our planet as it's never been seen before. From pole to pole.
Pole to Pole with Will Smith from National Geographic. Now streaming on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Show me the way.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan, we are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at servicetitan.com.
Seattle fans, your team has made football history and are back on top. Celebrate their big win and keep the memories of their amazing season alive with this limited edition full-size championship football for just $129.95. But act fast because only 5,000 will ever be made. To order, call 800-345-2868. That's 800-345-2868. Or visit NICOsports.com. That's NIKCO sports.com. Don't get left out as these will sell out.
Home of your Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks.
They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
Seattle Sports.
New siding doesn't have to break the bank. We offer affordable options that add value and protection to your home. This is Justin Shirley, CEO of State Roofing and Exteriors. And while we're at it, ask about our roofing, windows, decking, and gutter services for even more savings. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF or visit stateroofing.com today to schedule your free siding inspection. State Roofing and Exteriors, held to a higher standard since 1968.
State Roofing, the best roof you'll ever need.
Experience a luxury resort, breathtaking wildlife, spectacular wilderness, and amazing fishing at Queen Charlotte Lodge in northern British Columbia. King salmon runs are at their peak in May and June, and halibut and lingcod are always plentiful. Check out how easy it is to visit QCL at fishqcl.com. That's fishqcl.com. Queen Charlotte Lodge. Experience fishing first class. And remember, our dollar's worth $1.35 north of the border.
At the UPS Store, we know being a small business owner means holiday time is still go time. Still get those orders shipped time. And still re-up on stamps and supplies time. That's why this upcoming holiday, while others close up shop, we'll be open. And happy to help you keep being unstoppable. Come into your local store today. Most locations are independently owned. Product, services, pricing, and hours of operation may vary. See Center for details. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable.
Taxes was waiting on the refund you needed yesterday.
All right, your car repair is going to run about $3,000.
Now Taxes is getting back on the road with TurboTax and Credit Karma, where you can get your refund up to 5 days faster and get personalized guidance to take every dollar further. Now this is taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. Deposit a federal refund into Credit Karma Money account and early submission of refund data by IRS required. Terms apply. Banking services provided by MVB Bank, Inc. Member FDIC. Credit Karma is not a bank.
Brock and Salk's Rewind is presented by Toyota of Kirkland and Toyota of Renton.
This is the Mike Macdonald Show, exclusively on the home of the Seahawks, Seattle Sports.
You don't smell? I don't smell Gatorade.
Thank
Bush
you.
Light. Bush Light? Were there any Bush
Hey,
Lights?
Mike, you don't smell bad. Thank you.
Well, the last I heard of you, Sam said you smelled like yellow Gatorade.
Was it yellow?
It was. And he's got such a finely tuned nose that he could tell the difference between yellow and blue or orange Gatorade. Very impressive.
Yeah, yellow and blue I think is pretty easy.
Definitely
yellow
the
and
taste is
orange.
different.
Dude, how are you doing, man? Congratulations. World champion.
Unbelievable.
What have the last 44 hours been like?
It's pretty good. You have it down to 40. Is that the
Roughly.
exact time?
Roughly.
It's been
probably not
I don't know.
that much.
Best 44 hours ever.
So you go on Kimmel
Yeah.
last night. You seem like a natural fit for a late night comedy show.
Yeah, I was very surprised. I'll tell you what, I've never been in anything like that, but what a great operation. I mean, he obviously Jimmy's been there, 22 years now, which I thought that went by fast.
Wow.
But he was so gracious, so accommodating, the spirit of that. You realize it's kind of like us, on how we operate here, and just so accommodating. Treated my family great. Jack was there. There's stuff everywhere, all over he's got crackers and they're just great. They just kept. I don't know. I was really thankful for how they treated us. It was awesome.
I would think you would appreciate too, just the team element of the writers and all the stuff that they do.
Yeah. All the producers, the writers, just everybody was just awesome. Even they got me that shirt. I didn't have a shirt. I had a T-shirt. So we're calling them and stuff, and they have costume people. They had a rack of clothes and nothing fit because I'm freaking weird shaped, and so they'd bring me another shirt because I would have looked like fat guy in a little shirt if they would have let me wear the first shirt.
And they fly you down there, so you got to go down to L.A. for that, right?
Yeah, flew us down, flew us back last night.
So who was that?
Incredible.
You and your family? Who else is in that?
Yeah,
plane
my mom's the biggest Jimmy Kimmel fan of all time.
Really?
So when I asked her if she wanted to go, she literally started crying. Wow. That was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Jack didn't care. He wasn't impressed.
No, who could blame him?
No.
So you're doing that. Meanwhile, Sam and Kenneth Walker are in teacups together. Have you seen that video?
I did see that.
What do we make of that?
I think they regret that a little bit.
That might be on a video here used down the road.
I've watched that video 20 times. I can't stop watching.
I only saw a couple seconds of that.
It's hilarious.
I found out, Steph showed me last night that you can save reels on Instagram.
Oh, you just found that out?
Yeah. So in the past, I would just like it, and then I would go to my likes, and I could go back to see.
Oh, actually, that's what I do too.
Okay, so I didn't know. So now I know you can save it. So now I have a Super Bowl a folder.
Oh.
And you just try to capture everything. I was telling, there's videos of our city when it goes to zero, and there's chants going on. There's fireworks going. I mean, out of the it's just. I want to just capture all of it, So there it is. Hopefully, Instagram doesn't go defunct here.
Couple of the most meaningful texts or voicemails or over the last, because I'm sure that's part of it too, right?
Oh yeah, man. From all walks of your life, I think is the coolest thing. There's so many different stages of people that the relationships that you've had over the course of time, and for people to take the time to reach out to you. Is really cool. It's just really, and I think I've responded to 5 people. So one thing about me is I'm a psycho. I can't have any there's 2 people in the world you can have either notifications on your phone or you can't. I can't. So
I'm just wired a lot like Mike, I think.
Yeah. So yes. So I will respond to everyone. I promise. And it'll take me a few days, but I'm really thankful for everybody reaching out.
Was there a moment in the build-up to the game where you were walk through a meeting, a practice, conversation where you were you knew your dogs were ready to bark and bite?
I feel like that every game. it's me. Like I have to kind of get over me, But I think I think the cool part about the game is it was consistent. Like we felt the same way on a Saturday night, on a Sunday morning, on a Friday. I think maybe elevated like I don't know a few percentage points or whatever, but because you wouldn't let yourself like. I think we did a great job of like keeping it about the things we can control outside of like because your mind does race like okay, well, what if this happens? What if that happens? Like the permanent nature of like the finality of the game. Your mind can go there, But I think part of the messaging to the team was like, look, that's going to happen, and that's okay. Always bringing it back to now, back to the moment, back to the stuff we can control. And so, a lot of that was like taking my own coaching, But I think we did a great job of that.
It's been really fun to watch your games and try to determine when the game has dictated itself or declared itself.
Declared, there you go.
And when you punted from the 42, I'm like, oh, game's declared itself. This is a defensive game. Like, you got to punt from – you're not going to take a 59-yard field goal. You're going to go punt and pin them at the 2-yard line, which I think is what happened on that punt. Yeah. It seemed like you had a pretty good sense of what kind of game it was by that point.
Well, yeah. Well, that was a simple decision. That was a simple decision. I don't know if we would have had a game if our model would have suggested going for it in really any game at that distance. But definitely that game for sure. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's funny. I think, again, one of the strengths of our team is that we just kind of go like play by play. So you're not like putting context behind it. You're just trying to like stack the plays in the series over time. And then all of a sudden you look up and you're in a position like at half where you're saying, okay, that was pretty cool. All right, after the third quarter, oh shoot, now it's and so you're not really like, it's not a big, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You're just keeping it about what we need to be able to do, and I think that's what put us in those positions consistently throughout the year.
The stacking plays thing is interesting. We went through yesterday a lot of, and I've been looking for the right word for these because I don't want to insult them. At first, I was calling them Mike Macdonald sayings, but I don't think that's right. They're not slogans. That's insulting. Somebody suggested
Thank you.
Pillars. Like the pillars of what you do, 12 is one, and mission over all these things, which again, I'm pretty fascinated by. I love the way you simplify a complicated concept and give your players an opportunity to understand what your system is all about. But I was thinking about stacking plays in particular. What was the play, Brock? There was a first down where the
second and 2. They gained 7 or 8 yards on a little end around to Travion Henderson. It was like second and 2 around the mid-40s.
And then Byron Murphy, and I'm sure there were others involved, just comes up and just completely crushes the running play.
Yeah,
and now all of a sudden it's third down and they throw an incompletion. You get the ball back after a start to the drive that looked like it might have some momentum.
Yep.
It felt like that was an example of stacking plays. Okay, if we just do this in the next play, then all of a sudden it's third down and we can get the ball back.
Yeah, you nailed it. Like with the sayings thing, it's it's several of them, but we do it really is the same thing. It's not like we're reinventing things all the time, which I think is good because it's consistent. And then we do have like a graphic that we helped create that like does try to paint a picture of like the whole culture. You guys have seen it in the hallway and stuff, but it's a combination of like 12 is one is the vision and the engine, chasing edges is like the direction of what we're always doing and the direction that we're always pushing. And then like how we roll is the stacking wins, loose and focused, through not around is the spirit of like how we operate on a day-to-day basis that feeds the engine. And then like the outcome towards like the arrow is like the style. That's what comes out. It's decisive. It's shocking and relentless. And that's how you get a style nobody wants to play. Pretty cool.
You watched the tape yet?
Nope.
Will you?
Yeah, but I don't think I'm going to do it anytime soon. Is that good?
It's fascinating because you do this journey for 20 weeks.
Yeah.
Right. And today is like, normally when we talk to you, it's a Monday and you're like, okay, got to get to the next thing.
Yeah.
Right. And now all of a sudden, just for a little bit, you get to take a little respite.
Also, I like you better when you don't have to run off. You're much more relaxed when you get a bye week or like today. There's a smile on your face.
Yeah, this is great.
We're not interrupting your work. Yeah.
Yeah, this is great. I think honestly, if I watch it, I'll be critical. and I want to just like enjoy it without having to think about like, oh, we jacked that, I already know there's something like the second, both touchdowns. We got to get that fixed.
Yeah, you got to work on
But what's fascinating too is I wonder if you'll ever watch the TV copy of this.
No. That's a lie. I'll watch it.
Really?
Yeah, I'll watch it at some point.
Because, it's a Super Bowl. They have 52 cameras. They document everything. One of my favorite shots, there are a bunch of them, but you at the end of the game, and you just kind of look to the heavens. And I know you were asked about it on Fallon or the Insiders yesterday.
Kimmel.
Kimmel, sorry. Not Fallon. Kimmel, sorry. What was the thought bubble as you kind of look to the skies?
There's in the back of your mind, there's so many people that tell you like to enjoy the moment, and so I was like, well, I'm going to enjoy this moment, and so that was like what I told myself, and then I mean the only person around me was Dave, so
I saw you guys hugged.
Yeah, so it wasn't like we hugged it eventually, but like I felt kind of like alone in the moment. There's no other players there, so I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll just enjoy it by myself, And then you realize like there's a lot of cameras like right in front of me. I said this last night, but that's actually how I felt. I'm not like. First of all, if I were to look at a camera, this is what's going through my mind. If I were to look at a camera, which camera would I look at? Then if you do look at the camera, then what do? Do you just stare into the camera? That's awkward. So you don't do that. So then you look up, and there's fireworks going on. So I'll look at the fireworks, and I'll join the hell out of the fireworks. And that's what happened.
It's really cool.
A little more blitz against the Patriots than we've seen this year. It felt that way. Brock told me it was that way, so I guess
I think
was assuming I was right.
Spoon said afterwards that he knew that he was going to be featured a little bit, that nickel pressure was going to be something, especially when it hit and affected him, I think, the first time around. And you saw, at least on replay, Mike, with TV, you could see Drake just, really feeling that in his eyes and his feet. I mean, it was just – so I think they said 5 or 6 different times you fired that blitz over the course of the game. That felt more than we have seen that blitz or that pressure. It's not even a blitz, that pressure than we had seen in any other game.
We called the one that we got that Chen had the pick. We called that twice, and we called another pressure twice, but it wasn't. It's all different. Those are all different plays.
Right. It's awesome.
But the guys did a great job. I mean, actually, some of them we didn't execute pretty well, and I was not very excited about those. Had to get calmed down. But it just shows we probably should have pressured Spoon more throughout the season. I mean, he's such a great blitzer. It's a great problem to have because it's like, well, do you want to send him? Do you want to send Nick? Do you want to send both? Do you want to send EJ up the middle? When you have guys on the perimeter there that can affect the quarterback, and the timing that Spoon has, like he has a feel for the game is pretty incredible. Then even the one that he got the sack, we kind of jacked that up a little bit, but he just kind of felt his way through.
Yeah.
I mean, that's stuff that you just can't teach that he's just so great at.
Even without watching the game tape, just a couple of the biggest keys as you looked at that 60 minutes, that body of work, and why you ultimately, just from a football standpoint, lifted the Lombardi Trophy.
Yeah,
what were a couple things that stand out.
The first thing, I mean, I know it's like a dumb answer, but it's like we didn't let the circumstance affect how we played and what we do as a team, really in all 3 phases. I felt like the guys are really poised. Like they had confidence, but with urgency, defensively, we didn't start the game out playing the run as good as we've had in some other games, but there was like no panic, and then we were able to get to some solutions and fixes pretty quickly. And then to be able to kind of get them in some of those second and long situations and maximize those. Now you're maximizing the opportunities where you can go rush and coverage. And that really helped us. Offensively, I thought New England did a great job of attacking the football, and we countered that with great, like, ball security, like habits and how we finished plays. I never felt like the ball was really in jeopardy. And that's a credit to everybody, and then just, how I think the run game of I got a couple other ones. The run game of like how it went along throughout the game is a tribute to like really what we've done all season, between like how we ran it with our backs, but also like how, just the coaches getting to the runs that we need to be able to get to, without kind of messing around. Being decisive in that area was great. and then our special teams was absolutely dynamite. I mean, our coverage units, they have to be the best in the league. That punt returner is probably the best all time right now in terms of the stats. I mean, that's what I think it's the highest average of all time, punt return average. And the way we covered, the way Dicko kicked the ball or punted the ball, excuse me, it was just was tremendous. So all that field position stuff, talking about stacking plays, really helped really helped the team.
How about that last punt with the rush coming on and the line drive to the 5-yard line?
They're scheming it for 41 because he's such a great player, and I think he got loose at some point. And I don't know, I haven't seen the tape of how he did it or whatever, but you felt 41 coming off the right, and Dicko just, man, what a great punt off the left, away from the rush. I mean, there's a lot of great little cool things going on right there that it's like high powered stuff. It's great.
At what point did you know the details of the after party?
When I walked on the stage.
Did you know Ludacris? Did you have?
I knew who I know who Ludacris is.
Did you have any idea?
I didn't meet him.
Did you have any idea of the party that could unfold and did unfold ultimately afterwards?
No, I had no idea. I didn't even know where I was.
What will be your favorite memory from it?
From the after party?
Yeah. That you can repeat, I guess, on the radio.
It wasn't that crazy. I mean, it's cool to be up there and see everybody, but you can't see anybody. It's just like phones in the air, I think honestly, all the people that were there with us, we were kind of over there to the side, but just being able to pass, I think, the memory from that is really just to be able to share that moment with the trophy, with all all of the people that you like, all your loved ones. It's kind of like your wedding, but with the Lombardi, where, and you're like, hey, you want to hold it, here.
Well, and you attended a wedding this weekend. You didn't even know it. That guy got married literally during the halftime show.
I saw
you guys
that.
were there. So it's kind of like it was a big wedding party.
Well played by that. I mean, did you have to?
Yeah. Well played.
Yeah.
Just invited.
That person had invited Bad Bunny to his wedding, and
that's how it happened.
Yeah. He's like, no, actually, why don't you come? We'll do it at the Super Bowl. And,
pretty cool.
Where do you send the invite to?
Bad Bunny. I don't know. Yeah. Management office.
North Pole, Santa Claus.
Works. Shifting gears for a moment, what are you looking for in a new offensive coordinator?
Nice.
Yeah.
Got 5 minutes to go to the last show. Here we go.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those things you're thinking about, because you realize what's going on with Clint, and so it enters your mind. But I think similar to Clint's mentality over the last X amount of days, weeks, is look, we gotta go win the Super Bowl. We're gonna do everything we possibly can. Same things. Okay, your mind goes out there. Okay, that's a cool thought. Okay, well, let's talk about what we're gonna do against 11 personnel. And so that's really where my mind's been. But we have great. I think a really important part of what we want to do is have continuity, and part of our vision here is that we want to have the Seattle Seahawks system that's going to evolve over time, and it's going to be our system, and ultimately we want to be a place where we can create an environment where people, if we do a great job, we do what we're supposed to do. We can create opportunities for our own people and keep growing our people, but that doesn't mean we're not going to augment our staff from people that are out there. I mean, we're always going to do that, but right now that's where my mind is.
When you came from Baltimore, you didn't bring a ton of people with you.
That's right.
Is there an unspoken agreement? How do you know how many people can leave with Clint? Is there a conversation around that?
How many people are under contract?
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, what if they're getting promotions? If someone's doing how does that factor in?
Yeah, it's a tricky thing, because on one hand you want your people to have great opportunities and to grow their career, and that's a big part of what we want to be about. And we're also about creating the best possible team that we can have, and putting ourselves in position to be consistent and be great. And it's about us as an organization as well. And I'll tell you this about Clint: he's been phenomenal with the whole. He is a team player through and through. He's incredibly he's just been great to work with, and so we'll work together on it, and I think we got a situation here where everybody can win.
What's the injury report going to look like this week? Do we have any?
Right now, it's positive.
Good.
How concerned?
They're
how concerned?
probable
were you?
for next year.
How concerned were you when the Nicky Manwari situation happened and he went down?
Dude, just not even concerned at all.
No, that's not true. I don't believe you.
Yeah, Nick deserves some chingage here, as they say, for some, It was interesting right there. So the guys have let him know that you can't be dying on the practice field and be back out there 2 days later.
He Roethlisbergered it? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know what that is, but maybe Nick's got a new term.
All right.
One day you're gonna really like this day.
Yeah,
that was so stinking cool.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I want to finish this up because I think there was a big misperception. There was something that went kind of like viral that Mike Macdonald only sees his son for 20 minutes a day or something.
I don't know what you're talking about. What is that?
Yeah. Because we've gotten to know you over the last couple of years, and just even that line to your son in that moment. One day you're going to really like this day.
Yeah.
How cool was that with Steph and him to have that moment too?
It was actually kind of funny. I've always thought of the dream was how Drew Brees had his kid, and he was the kid looking at the confetti, and he's out there. So I was I was trying to find Steph and then Jack, but I grab him and he's just pissed, he's crying about he's tired and
right.
It's late, and so I was like, well, that ain't happening, So I was like, let's try to find something that he's into, and so he dug the confetti and so. He played, after, you didn't see that, but he kind of was walking around that area, just throwing the confetti in the air, and he was just super happy at that point, which was awesome. But
I'm having the image of you and Steph walking in here 2 years ago when you got hired.
Yeah.
And thinking, if I would have told you and Steph then, 24 months later, we're going to be sitting here on February 9th. And you're going to say to your son on the Super Bowl field, one day you're going to really like this day.
Unborn son.
Unborn son.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that script playing out over the last 2 years?
Look, man, God is great. He is great. I mean, that's
pretty phenomenal.
God is great, man.
She's really nice to you, at least on video. She's so nice. She's like, "Oh my God, you're amazing. You did." My wife's never.
Every
said
time I come home,
like
every time I come home, that's exactly.
Really?
No.
She doesn't treat you. Every time you come, that's how I imagine things. Mike comes home, she's like, "You did amazing today. You were amazing."
No. Believe this or not, that is that's Steph. I mean, she's remarkable. She's unbelievable.
It's a great counterbalance to idiots on the radio, criticizing your every move and all of that.
Yeah, thank you.
It must be nice. It was a pretty good road from, do you think Sam Darnold is going to be your starting quarterback this year, to the guy wins the Super Bowl just a couple of months later.
Well, that was our interview yesterday with Mike Macdonald. Final one of the year. Told him yesterday, and I'll say it again, really did learn quite a bit from those conversations this year. I felt like they got better over the course of the year as he got to be a little bit more comfortable as well. And ultimately, team wins the damn Super Bowl, man. And a lot of the philosophies, a lot of the tenets behind it are the pillars of that. And I did get the video or a picture later of what exists in their hallway and the arrow and all of the different pieces to his philosophy. Pretty darn cool. And obviously it has paid off in a big way, which is why there's going to be a big championship parade right through the middle of Seattle later this morning. Bump and Stacy are going to be down at Lumen Field for it. We'll talk to them a little bit later. That gets going at 10 o'clock. And then the parade, of course, at 11. I was hearing from people who are already downtown. They're like, it's already just mobbed. It's not even 7 o'clock, already just mobbed down there. So be cognizant as you're trying to make your way into the city for the parade today. All right, what is the league going to learn from this? Anything? No, probably not. But here's 5 things they should next on Brock and Salk.
Y'all ready, Seattle? Let's go.
It's about us. The Seahawks win Super Bowl 60.
It's It's the Seahawks Super Bowl championship parade.
Sounds nice. Super Bowl champs, baby.
This morning.
Hey, 12's Bumpus, Stacy here, and we are here for the party.
Yep, we're broadcasting live from the Seahawks championship trophy celebration at Lumen Field starting at 10 a.m.
We're the home of the Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
Hey, shout out to the 12.
Seattle Sports.
We've all been there, sleepless nights, wondering if your business's security service is really protecting what matters. At Bay Alarm, we can put your security insecurities to bed. Our advanced technology and personalized support ensure you can rest easy knowing we're here for you. BayAlarm.com.
Bull riding is not just a sport. It's a gamble of guts and glory. Nothing else compares. It's Busch Light PBR Everett at Angel of the Winds Arena this weekend. Ready to beat Cowboy? Get your tickets at Ticketmaster. It's bull time.
I saw her texting, coming up to a stop sign, and so I saw the accident coming, and she T-boned us.
In the blink of an eye, Crystal's life changed when she suffered a severe spinal injury.
The pain was something I had never experienced before in my neck. I got massage therapy. I saw a chiropractor. I was prescribed muscle relaxers so I could sleep. I got depressed. Nothing was relieving the pain.
Drugs, sleepless nights, and depression. Sound familiar? I'm Dr. Mark Shelley, a chiropractic physician and board-certified functional neurologist. At Sound Pain Solutions, our treatments include high-dose laser combined with spinal decompression and other comprehensive therapies to rehabilitate damaged discs. We use treatments that are non-surgical, FDA-cleared, drug and pain-free.
I was able to get off my pain medicines, and I was able to sleep through the night, and that was what I was desperate for.
To learn if you're a candidate for our treatment, call us. Sound Pain Solutions. 855-996-0025 or click soundpainsolutions.com.
I'm Neil, founder of Clay Room. When I found ceramics, I realized my calling was to give others the space to be creative. So I set out to open my own studio. Having a Chase Ink card has allowed us to grow it and bring people together. Now we're molding a creative community.
With the Chase Ink Business Cash Card, you can earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials, so your business can go from here to possible. Chase for business. Make more with yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Cards issued by J.P. Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC, subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
That's another amazing run by Team USA.
Mom, think I'll be on Team USA one day?
Well, I'll take this one.
What? Are you speaking to us?
Yes, and to answer your question, anything's possible, especially with Xfinity.
So, I can be the best snowboarder ever?
Well, I can't guarantee that, but Xfinity can guarantee that your internet price won't change for 5 years.
Okay. What if I practice every day?
Then maybe you'll be snowboarding for Team USA at the next Olympic Winter Games. And Mom, you'll still be paying the same price for Wi-Fi.
Ooh, really stuck the landing there.
It's the Xfinity Gold Medal Celebration. Now through February 22nd, get our best price on gig Wi-Fi for 5 years guaranteed, just $50 a month. Plus, get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. That's a $10.99 value per month. Xfinity. Imagine that. Proud partner of Team USA. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Actual speeds vary.
Jewelry Graham. Hi, I'm Brian, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. Here to remind you that Valentine's Day is Saturday, February the 14th. It's the most romantic day of the year to give and get fine jewelry. We have expertly crafted gifts for every type of sweetheart, any style, any budget. Get creative and design a custom necklace with meaningful charms, including 14-karat gold letters, engravable hearts, and birthstones. For the one, we'll help you propose with a dream engagement ring. Come see our wide selection of hand-picked natural and lab-grown diamonds in all shapes and sizes, in stock and ready to compare side by side. At Shane Company, love is always in the air with our all-inclusive free lifetime warranty, everyday competitive prices, and no-pressure shopping experience. Come see us in store or at shaneco.com because a friend wants you to win Valentine's Day. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible, overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Home of your Super Bowl champion Seahawks, Seattle Sports.
They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest. This is the power of 12 is 1, man.
KIRO AM Seattle and KIRO FM HD2 Tacoma.
This hour of the Brock and Salk Show is powered by Star Rentals, preferred supplier to the West's best contractors.
Give me a freaking auto! From the Quantum Fiber Studio, this is Brock and Salk on Seattle Sports.
Brock Heward and Matt Marcus. Sorry about Mike Heward. Not exactly Joe Cap there in the pocket.
Now here are your hosts, Brock Heward and Mike Salk.
Hi, buddy. You okay over there?
Oh, late.
You're struggling this morning.
Yes.
Are you all right?
I don't know. It's like all new setup. Like what? Where's the mic?
Yeah, things are different. You know, the world evolves, buddy. We're the world is constantly in motion.
Yes, it
I'm
is.
sorry you're so stagnant all the time.
And our Seahawks are champs.
They are.
I don't know. Damon, spent a lot of time with Damon and Julie again on this trip. Steve Kerr and my buddy, and just talking to people like, bro, we're champs.
Mm-hmm.
The Seattle Seahawks are champions again. How did this? Why did this? When did this? And I know we celebrated and we stacked wins all season long, Salk. But I don't know if it was just kind of hit me, boom, like yesterday.
They haven't lost in forever.
No.
I mean, like, it's been months since the Seahawks
threw 4
lost.
picks.
Yeah.
If you want to throw 4 picks, they'd won 15 in a row. Like, okay, fine. You had a bad game.
But, like, they haven't lost in forever. And you go back because it was a bunch of big games, right? Beat the Rams, and then there's a whole gauntlet in there, right? Beat the Rams, and then beat the Niners, and then beat the Niners again, and then beat the Rams again. I mean, like, they had to kind of walk through that big gauntlet. So it was impressive. It's funny that the end of it felt almost anticlimactic because those 4 victories over the division really felt like you accomplished so much of going up that mountain.
And even before that, Salk, when you lost to the Rams, you looked at it, and you're like 7-3.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, 7-3 in the NFL still puts you in playoff contention, puts you in play, depending on the division by a year, a chance to still win your division. You're 7-3. And then you looked at it, you're like, okay, got to take care of business. A couple bad teams. It's the Colts with Phillip Rivers. It's Tennessee, and take care of those. And then to set up the rematch, and then you set up the rematch, and then you win the rematch. And then, that it is this gauntlet. And it is a stretch, and it was the toughest division, maybe arguably ever in NFL history with 12-1 team, 12-1 team.
I mean, thankfully the Cardinals were terrible, which helped, and you blew their doors off the second time. But, yeah, I was once again, Brock, and Joel Klatt's going to join us here in a half hour, trying to figure out what the league will learn from the Seahawks. And, again, the odds are probably nothing because, A, it's in Seattle, and B, the league never seems to learn anything. They just seem to make the same mistakes over and over again. But here are a couple of things. I have 4 or 5 things that I do feel like the league should take from this and try to emulate, and things that I hope the Seahawks continue to do. Number 1, get the right people. We all know this. This is not news, but get the right people. John Schneider, Mike Macdonald. That story that Albert Breer wrote about of teams saying, wow, yeah, we love Mike Macdonald, but yeah, we're going offense. So it's just not going to work for us. I mean, that is so ridiculous. It is so painful to hear. I asked Bert about it yesterday.
I think it's crazy. I'm with you. I honestly, I think you spend 5 minutes around Mike and you can understand why he interviews that well. It wasn't hard for me to tell, at least. When I got to know Mike a few years ago, that he would do well in these settings.
And then you talk to Daniel Jeremiah about it also. And once you realize, it's not just the GMs, it's the owners. Yeah. He kind of said the same thing.
Well, I mean, I think obviously just hiring the best guy, but to back to that whole point, and I've said this before with young quarterbacks, when you draft a quarterback high or when you paid a quarterback big money in free agency, normally it's just the drafting them high. Not all records are the same. So if I draft Cam Ward in year 2, we go 7-10, but Cam Ward throws for 4,000 yards. Like nobody's getting fired. We're all staying the course. There's a positive vibe around the organization. if we go that same 7-10 and it's all defensive driven and we're playing great defense and Cam Ward's not getting any better, we might be, we're headed towards being unemployed.
Yeah. So again, like the way they judge results there rather than just process and trying to figure out getting the best people, it's just not the right way to do it at the beginning.
This, and we've watched this in pro sports enough, and thankfully we have two organizations that don't necessarily operate this way, and that is, okay, how do I keep my job? And it's in pro sports. It's in a lot of business. Yep. I've got to do things to I got to keep food on the table. How do I keep my job? How do I keep climbing? How do I keep ascending? How do I? It's I. If anything the league should learn, it's we. It's constantly we. It's like it's the biggest like dichotomy in life. Like, I got to make it about myself. I got to do this. I got to do this. But actually, when you make it about others, it's remarkable
how much better it works out for you.
What can actually be done?
Yeah. Number 2, you got to invest in the line of scrimmage. It is.
Yep.
Every year, it's about the line of scrimmage. Offense and defense. I think defense even more importantly than offense. But you have to invest in the line of scrimmage.
And the great challenge is that is actually something that GM after GM, even in Dallas last year, is doing with all of the offensive linemen and all the defensive linemen.
They still get distracted.
They can.
Sometimes they get it wrong, which is one thing, but often they get distracted.
They can. But, man, the last couple drafts.
Wide receiver.
I know, but the last couple drafts we sat there, man, big man, big man, big man, big man. The bigs are going first, right? Offense, defense. Yeah, and Philly last year, Seattle this year. Like, I mean, if you can learn anything, it is. Bigs matter. The supply of those, basketball, baseball, football, the supply chain of big, talented people is lesser. You better get them.
Quarterback saviors. This is number 3. Thing that they should learn from the Seahawks. Finding a quarterback to be your savior is probably not the answer for a bad organization.
Yeah.
Getting the right quarterback matters. Don't get me wrong. You have to have the right quarterback, but maybe being more open-minded to new and different ways of finding that quarterback. And it was a good conversation with Bert yesterday going through and saying, like, which of these teams that were bad organizations that had major problems drafted a quarterback and it fixed their problems? None. Now, that's not to say you don't need a quarterback in the top 5 or 10. For the most part, the guys getting to the championship are drafted really high. But as he pointed out, the only quarterback, the only one,
Andrew Luck, right?
Was Andrew Luck and Joe Burrow. I think were the two that he pointed out where you just say, all right, these two guys
survived. Kind of chaos around them.
Yeah, and I would even say in Andrew Luck's case, the Colts were already a decent organization. They had fallen on some hard times post-Peyton, but they were not a bad organization. They had been to the Super Bowl very recently. Joe Burrow, give him credit. He got the Bengals to the Super Bowl. It's an unbelievable accomplishment.
Yes.
But just bringing in a Josh Allen or a Patrick Mahomes might not be enough to fix the Jets, to fix the Browns, to fix these just broken orgs.
And that's where a Daniel Jones and a Zach Wilson and a Tua and these guys are like, they were rooting for Sammy.
Yeah.
Like, come on, Sammy.
Of course.
Show that we can't just get there, but we can actually win the whole doggone thing. And that will add some further fuel to those reclamation projects.
Number 4, don't be afraid to move on from the wrong people or people that have the wrong value. Geno was the wrong person. DK was the wrong value at that position. You have to be willing to move on. That includes Pete Carroll at the end of his tenure. It includes Russell Wilson when they pulled the trigger. And that is a message for everybody thinking forward on what you want to do next. Ken Walker's not the wrong person, but you got to have a conversation about the right value.
Yep.
If you get him at the right number, cool. If not, you can't be investing too much money in safeties and running backs and corners, and you just can't.
Yep.
You've got to keep those numbers limited so that you can go back to number 2. Invest in the line of scrimmage. It's more important than who's running the ball and who is playing safety for you. I like Kobe Bryant. It'd be great to have him back. But if he wants one dime more than they think is necessary to pay that position, bring in Ty Okada and draft somebody in the 3rd round and let's see what happens. Like, you just can't get caught up in paying those people because you have to keep paying the guys up front that really matter.
Yeah, and I think the kind of final teams in the Super Bowl yet again and in this postseason run represent that. Denver's got the highest paid offensive line. We got one of the highest paid defensive lines. The number of draft assets between the Eagles and the Seahawks and the people at the line of scrimmage, man. And the Rams, for that matter, too. Like, big people, line of scrimmage always matters.
People pointing out Josh Allen, and I said that yesterday too, and Bert reminded me that no, they'd actually been to the playoffs the year before they drafted Josh Allen. I think it was with Tyrod Taylor. But, no, they weren't a broken organization. They hadn't gone to great heights, but they weren't the Jets. They weren't the Browns. It was a better organization at that point. Last one for me, Brock. Defenses don't choke. They just don't. You got to have a great defense. If you want to win a championship, you got to have a great defense. It is so hard or so much riskier to try to win with a team built around a great offense. Not to say it doesn't help to have a great offense, but you just don't want to be building around a team scoring 40 points a game. It's just not.
What's the saying in baseball? Speed never slumps.
Yeah. Defenses don't choke.
Typically don't really slump. They can wear down and they can get beat up, but they just give you a margin, they give you a chance, they keep giving you the ball back. And then when your team doesn't give the ball away, ever, when was the last time they turned the ball over after being a faucet? That spigot got turned off and a championship came, and a parade today gets going.
Championship parade coverage, Brock, provided by Harborstone Credit Union. We'll give you everything you need to know, including the details on said parade. And then Joel Klatt at 7:30. We got a lot of fun stuff to do today. Don't go anywhere. It's Brock and Salk, Seattle Sports on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
Y'all ready, Seattle? Let's go.
It's about us. The Seahawks win Super Bowl 60.
It's the Seahawks Super Bowl Championship Parade.
That sounds nice. Super Bowl champs, baby.
This morning.
Hey, 12's Bumpus, Stacy here, and we are here for the party.
Yep, we're broadcasting live from the Seahawks Championship Trophy celebration at Lumen Field starting at 10 a.m.
We're the home of the Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
Hey, shout out to the 12.
Seattle Sports.
Hey, it's Mike Salk here, and now that the big game is in the rear view, congratulations to everyone. Hope you have a great time at the parade today. Let this be a little line of demarcation. Now is the time to get going on Eastside Weight Loss Clinic, and if you do, you will be in great shape by opening day of the baseball season. Start with just a 15-minute phone call. That's all it takes. I did this program. I lost 10 pounds in the first week, 35 pounds after 8 weeks. No fighting for space at the gym, no pills, no injections, no fake food, just real food that you buy at the grocery store with great recipes, the support, the coaching, the accountability that I know I needed, and a really easy-to-follow plan that works. Do it for yourself. Call Eastside Weight Loss Clinic at 425-588-0080 or go to eastsideweightlossklinic.com.
Hi, Chuck here at Frank Lumber, the door store. As we turn the corner on a new year and start planning for home projects and better weather, now is the time to come in and see all we have to offer. Our bargain barn is loaded with great deals with many exterior and interior options. And if you need your order quicker, now is the time of year to take advantage of our pre-hung and popular matchup service. Come visit our showroom and bargain barn in Shoreline. And don't forget to check us out online at franklumber.com.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
This is Rick Jones of Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men. As a family law attorney, I know firsthand the challenges and obstacles men face in divorce and custody matters. Our firm is committed to protecting what matters most, and we're on your team. Find us at goldbergjones.com.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, during our President's Day sale, take 50% off our limited edition bed. Plus, free premium delivery with any bed and base. Ends Monday. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
Stacy here. Sell your car to Wayscar Ford, and when they resell it, they share half their profit with you. That's right. Sell your car to Wayscar Ford, Isuzu, and Auburn. They'll pay you today for your car, and once they resell it, they'll share half their profit with you. WayscarFord.com.
The celebration continues.
We never wavered, man. We believed in each other. We loved each other.
On the home of your Super Bowl champion Seahawks, Seattle Sports.
Seattle Sports Championship Parade coverage is provided by Harborstone Credit Union. It's a good day to be a football fan and a Harborstone Credit Union member. They've been voted the best credit union and best place to work. They're in the top 1% of credit unions for products and services in Washington State, and they've got a best-in-class mobile app. Harborstone Credit Union delivers real support to help people thrive. With over 30 branches from Olympia to Bellingham, find one near you. Go to harborstone.com.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck, and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment, coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax, they know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Get your championship gear at Simply Seattle, your go-to shop for Seahawks gear with both licensed and custom designs you won't find anywhere else. Use code ESPN15 for 15% off your order at simplyseattle.com. Celebrate the title with jerseys, shirts, hoodies, hats, and collectibles. Want your gear in time for the parade? Shop in person at Simply Seattle on First Ave. And get ready for spring training with Mariners gear and Simply Originals like the Kid Logo hoodie. Code ESPN15 at simplyseattle.com.
Need to know.
15 minutes past every hour with Brock and Salk.
Here's what you need to know. Up first.
Parade day, Brock. A good championship parade. You know who I texted with yesterday?
Parade day, parade day.
Colin Paisley, whose wife, Darby, loves a good parade. She'll probably cry because of the teamwork, but she loves a good parade. Colin's going to maybe see us in spring training. I'm just trying to see if I can get him on the show for a day. In any event, first producer in the history of the Brock and Salk show. If you like the Blue 88 music and a lot of the other music associated with the show, it's all still due to Colin Paisley 17 years ago. Anyway, stay with the light rail, the bus, the public transportation. The city is warning you, please. They're essentially begging. Don't drive downtown. It won't work. There's no parking. There's no room. Streets are blocked off. It's pedestrians only, one way, detour. Do not come downtown via car. Find another way to do it.
Yeah, was that the sheriff? At first, I thought that
this long letter. It's hilarious,
Yes.
Isn't it? I read the whole thing at 6.
Oh boy,
Sergeant Patrick Michaud.
Sergeant.
Love this guy.
Yes. Yeah. Be warned. If you think you're going to be able to drive around there, you're going to be stuck and you're not getting out.
No. So. Yeah. So please find a way to take light rail, buses, whatever you can do. Walk for a distance. It's going to be nice out and enjoy the parade. Gets going about 11 o'clock. 125 million people, Brock, watched the Super Bowl. Down a tick from last year, but still number 2 overall. For everyone who was concerned about the halftime show, it finished, I think it was like 128 people, or something like that. It was essentially 4th all time.
And it peaked at like 141 million at one point in the second quarter. Had that game maybe stayed competitive or what have you. Yeah, it's those numbers just going up and up and up. And I think some of that is they can now finally account for some of their streaming services and in some of the other areas. That number's not going anywhere.
Here's the second thing you need to know.
All right, great final conversation with Mike Macdonald yesterday to end our year of chats with him. Just cool to see him in such a good place, such a happy place. But he does now have some work to do almost right away. I mean, it's not going back and watching the film, but he does have to figure out what to do to replace Clint Kubiak at the offensive coordinator spot.
It's one of those things you're thinking about
because you realize what's going on with Clint, and so it enters your mind. But I think similar to like Clint's mentality over the last X amount of days, weeks, is like, look, we gotta go win the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do everything we possibly can. Same things like, okay, your mind goes out there. Okay, that's a cool thought. Okay, well, let's talk about what we're gonna do against 11 personnel. And so that's really where my mind's been.
Yeah, he did say that there's a likelihood that it will stay in-house just because they're trying to develop a Seahawks system, a Seahawks way of doing business. But then, all right, how many coaches could leave with Clint?
How many people are under contract?
Right. Well, what if they're getting promotions? If someone's doing how does that factor in?
Yeah, it's a tricky thing because there on one hand you want your people to have great opportunities and to grow their career, and that's a big part of what we want to be about. And we're also about creating the best possible team that we can have, and putting ourselves in position to be consistent and be great. And it's about us as an organization as well. And I'll tell you this about Clint: he's been phenomenal with the whole he is a team player through and through. He's incredibly he's just been great to work with, and so we'll work together on it, and I think we got a situation here where everybody can win.
Couple things there. Number one, it's not college football, so they're under contract. You don't just leave in a playoff chase, Lane Kiffin, and try to take people with you on a plane, private plane. So thankfully, this is not the chaos of college football. Number two, you heard him say, Clint's been really good about this. This is also not a time to burn bridges. This is your first head coaching job. You want to coach a long time. You don't napalm relationships to try to take this guy who's under contract and try to, maybe if Al Davis was there, right? Well, write this little poison pill in, or he's actually going to be doing this and calling this, and he's actually not going to be doing that. So I don't think Clint's going to play games. And then ultimately, too, in talking to Mike, the biggest thing here is the right fit. We talked about fit, too. Add that to your list of the 5 things people around the league can learn. That's a fit in personality, that's a fit in pecking order, and obviously a fit in play calling talent.
Here's the third thing you need to know.
All right, Mariners streaming plan, Brock, since you mentioned streaming, now available. It's up at mariners.tv, essentially $100 for the season or $20 a month. They also have an option with Mariners TV and MLB TV together. That would essentially be $200. That gives you all the national games as well. We may get news on NBA expansion this summer. Kind of an interesting report yesterday. Brad Townsend of the Dallas Morning News saying he's hearing there will be a vote this summer on expanding the league by 2 teams. It is expected to pass, and Vegas and Seattle are still the favorites. So maybe kind of some positive momentum after it looked like it was drifting away.
It's just like kicking the can,
I
right?
know.
How many?
Look at this summer. We're going to do the spring.
Yeah, well, we got NBA
year.
Europe. We got to build out NBA Europe first, and
still curious what that
these
ownership
owners
situation
really
looks
want to
like.
divide the pie up 2 more ways.
What's the ownership situation going to look like here as well? As we kind of talked through the fact that it is not necessarily penciling the way it was a few years ago. And oh, by the way, the Seahawks might be up for sale as well.
Oh, those Blazers are just finishing their sale, too.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
A lot going on. Here
was Reggie Miller, though, with Dan Patrick.
Vegas is a foregone conclusion.
I think so.
Okay.
I think Seattle is a foregone conclusion.
Okay.
It never should have left Seattle in the first place. It is a great fan base, as we just witnessed on Super Bowl Sunday, how they travel and how they've been for their football team, having a chance to play GP and those great Nate McMillan, Dale Ellis, and some of those great Seattle teams. It was unbearable to come into that building and play against those guys. And that fan base is just absolutely, they would be on fire to be back in the league. So I think those 2 teams it's a foregone conclusion.
Tell you what, you win a Super Bowl, win a World Series, and then get the Sonics back all in 1 year, it would be like the anti-2008. It really would.
Time to sell the station, folks.
We'd have to get out of here. Our job is done. It would be the anti-2008.
Yeah.
All right. That is everything you need to know.
By the way, to add to Reggie, the arena's there.
Right. It's not an arena issue. I think they got to figure out who's going to own the team.
Yeah.
And we thought that would be the Bonderman family and what that would look like. I don't know whether that's still the case. I don't know how Samantha feels about it. So I guess we'll find out. You can get your championship gear at Simply Seattle, your go-to shop for Seahawks gear with both licensed and custom designs you're not going to find anywhere else.
Yep.
Celebrate the title with jerseys, shirts, hoodies, hats, and collectibles. Use the code ESPN15 for 15% off your order at simplyseattle.com.
By the way, this isn't the showpiece. Like, I think when we were on Media Row, I must have had like 15 people like.
People like that one, huh?
Can I have that one?
The
Where did
80s
you get
vibe?
that one? Yeah, they just like it's kind of like the old school uniforms, kind of the throwback. And that is a Simply Seattle deal right there, buddy.
You should have worn it for Felger since he hates the uniform so much.
Yeah.
Since he was so
Do you
mad.
like this, pal?
He was so mad about the uniforms. All right. Joel Klatt's going to join us in a minute, Brock.
He was right. You were right.
Blowout sitting.
Told me to calm down.
Yeah, it's just
didn't see a path for those Patriots.
No, they're just not good enough.
I sure did enjoy, by the way, going on a national radio show yesterday. And they were like, well, I mean, like Sam was fine, but you could have taken Drake May, put him on Seattle, and he's going to win the Super Bowl. I'm like, why do we do that in football? Do we do that in pitching? Do we do that in baseball? Oh yeah, you can just put Vlad in their lineup. They're going to no, you got to what?
I mean, the guy did turn the ball over thrice.
He sure did. So yeah, if he's playing for Seattle, what's that look like? I don't know. Yeah, he could have panicked and flinched and, come on.
Yeah.
Still, just don't want to give Sam all that credit. We'll see if Joel does.
Yeah.
We'll see if there's any more butts with Joel.
All right, we'll check in. Joel Klatt, next. Brock and Salk.
Boss, a complete jerk who denied your time off request for the parade? Stuck at home with the kids because the babysitter's going to the parade? We got you.
They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
Follow Seattle Sports on all the socials for all the content, sights, and sounds that'll make you feel like you're on 4th Avenue with nearly 1 million of your fellow 12s. From the home of the Super Bowl champion Seahawks, Seattle Sports.
Yeah, it is parade day, and yes, we're about midway through February. And, how's your fitness goals going? Those resolutions over a month later. Are you already tired of the crowded gyms and the sweaty machines of going back and forth? How about upgrading your fitness equipment at your very own home gym? Well, I got the place and some deals for you. Brock Hewitt here for my friends at Top Fitness. Right now, you can trade in your old treadmill, and you're going to get a $500 credit to use for Precor True or Inspire treadmills. Top Fitness sells the best quality products available. You know that. Brands like Precor True, Octane, Inspire, Stairmaster, and more. It's trade-in days, Top Fitness, and it's not too late to get in the best shape of your life. They got the largest selection of home fitness equipment in the state, and their staff will show you why it's no secret that everybody, from personal trainers to pro athletes, love their stores. You can find those locations in Tukwila, Linwood, and Bellevue, or visit topfitness.com for more info. That's Top Fitness, your best place for home fitness equipment.
Eric Johnson here. I spent the past 30 years working to help make our community better informed, better protected when it comes to consumer issues, and better equipped to take on whatever life throws at us. That's why I love the free Washington Accident book series from Davis Law Group. These books keep us better informed about the law, better able to protect ourselves on and off the road, and better off when all is said and done after an accident. Chris Davis didn't have to write these books. He did it because he saw a need. People who were in accidents or other legal situations didn't know what to do, what pictures to take, documents to request. Only a tiny fraction of the people who get these free books will ever become clients of Davis Law Group, but that's not the point. Chris wrote them because it was the right thing to do. The free Washington Accident book series is a must-have for drivers who want to be prepared for whatever the road might throw at them. Get yours at WashingtonAccidentBooks.com.
If you actually are the person that will take care of them after the fact, if you actually will be there for them, if you will pick up your phone, then they come back to you.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
It's the Super Smart Top Special at Olympic. Save on a new hot tub and get a free Smart Top cover worth $3,700. Super Smart Top special savings will make you feel, well, super. OlympicHotTub.com. Better you, better life.
Experience the iconic Mexican music group Bronco at Muckleshoot Casino Resort, Saturday, February 28th at 8 p.m. They've sold more than 20 million albums and performed for audiences all over the world. Now Bronco is bringing their modern take on regional Mexican sound live to Muckleshoot Casino Resort. Tickets are on sale now at muckleshootcasino.com.
Mr. K's Construction reminds parents to enroll your kids in a positive youth program. Sports, hobbies, and community activities improve overall health and performance in school. These programs decrease drug use and violence and develop self-discipline and leadership skills. Let's team together this year to help our kids reach their full potential. Best wishes to all our kids from the entire team at Mr. K's Construction, committed to making your home and our community beautiful since 1977.
Home of your Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks.
They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
Seattle Sports.
Hi, I'm Tom Shane. Since 1929, Shane Company has helped millions of customers find their dream engagement ring. I still hand-select every ruby and sapphire center stone, choosing each one for its unique color and life. We're proud to offer the widest selection of beautiful colored gemstones for your engagement ring and fine jewelry. Because a friend wants you to have nothing but the best. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
The Seattle Seahawks are Super Bowl 60 champions. And now Wilson, the official football of the NFL, has released the limited edition Super Bowl 60 Champions Duke Game Ball, exclusively available at BigTimeBats.com. This authentic 4-panel leather football features the Seahawks logo, bold Super Bowl champions lettering, the final score and date of the game, and the official Super Bowl 60 logo. Officially licensed, limited edition. Visit BigTimeBats.com and get the Seahawks Super Bowl 60 champions Duke Game Ball before they sell out.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Jeff's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, America's #1 battery destination, where Sammy, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge, and Sammy does that for free too. In no time at all, Jeff is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Rain-X wipers are the #1 wiper blades in America. That means all kinds of drivers choose Rain-X. Big drivers in small cars choose Rain-X. Small drivers in big cars choose Rain-X. Drivers with long hair and short commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with short hair and long commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with pets on board, babies on board, and bored babies on board choose Rain-X. Basically, drivers who love a clear view of the road all choose Rain-X wipers, the #1 wiper blades in America.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
This is Brock and Salk
Weekdays 6 to 10.
on Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
All right, I think Joel Klatt's going to be with us here in just a couple of moments. 5 minutes? 5 minutes. We will have Joel Klatt. Now, 7:30 was not doable, I guess. 7:35 for our final conversation with Joel this year. It has been cool talking to Joel, talking to Daniel Jeremiah throughout this year, talking to Mike Macdonald. I really do feel like I learned a lot talking to Mike. I enjoyed the conversations, especially about these tenets, principles, whatever word you want to use. He appreciated that we didn't go with slogans also. Did you notice that yesterday? When I was like, I don't want to say slogans. He's like, yeah, thanks. Been down that road before with Pete. But I really do feel like I learned a lot about it. And you and I talked to him a little bit more afterwards, and you know, him talking about how Michael Gervais really helped them go through and really narrow down their focus of what they wanted to be. I mean, it's funny. Sports and business can be very different, very, very different because of the product and because of the people and because of the competition element of it.
Mm-hmm.
But trying to really, like, the best organizations, they really do know who they are. And I know people get sick of you and I using this word because we probably talk about it ad nauseum, but it's so true. You gotta know your identity. You have to know what you want your identity to be and then build everything towards that.
Yeah, and I think both John and Mike would tell you, and John did this a couple weeks ago on the show, and when he had his press conference after Executive of the Year, and said, you know, one of the things we did was really narrow in our scope of players. We had too many, right? And thought, well, if we're going to lose this guy and we're going to lose that guy, and you know, if this thing goes this way, we got to pivot that way. We got to have this big, and it just became too voluminous. Like, well, those weren't really all Seahawks. And so you kind of narrow the scope, you narrow the vision. And I think in talking to Mike, not to give away trade secrets, but I think it was somewhat similar. that a Michael Gervais really helped them come in and say, okay, what are your very core principles, your core traits, the things that you really want to bring to life? And, let's narrow this thing so we have a vision that everybody can buy into, right? We sat at a lunch, and I think the hardest thing.
And then simplify it.
I think the hardest question we've ever been asked when we started our show, and we got going, and we were working kind of with an outside consultant, and he was like, so what's your show? What do you mean? It's the Brock Salk Show.
Right.
No.
We talk about sports.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
No, like, what's your show? Try to answer that question. I've used that probably 10 or 15 different times, Salk, with people either in media or work or leadership or administration. Like, well, what's your job? What can you say it in a sentence or two?
Mm-hmm.
Or are you just going to like jibber jabber? And we have good guests, and we like to have fun. We like to make fun of Lyle, and Mara's the sound hound. No. Like, those are all components of it. But like, what is your show? Well, can you not tell me in one sentence what your identity is? And I think very clearly, and what is most remarkable, and again, why it just kind of keeps hitting me like right in the face. Like, they did this in like 10 months. I know it's been 2 years for Mike, and I know it's been nearly 2 decades for John. But this group of like Ernest really leading, and Sam and Coop and DeMarcus, like, they haven't even been here a full calendar year. Seriously. And they're world champions. It's pretty darn remarkable.
Well, and that doesn't work unless you really know what you want to be.
That's exactly right. Yep.
You guys kind of give me grief about this too, but I will often say, tell me what you want to do and then go act that way. It drives me nuts when organizations say they want to do one thing and then do something else. Well, we really want to run the ball. Cool. All right. Let's go run the ball. Yeah, we're going to call 5 pass plays to start every game, and we're going to spend big money on a wide receiver and a tight end that mostly catches the ball. Well, now you're not doing what you say you want to do. Mm-hmm. Just say what you want to do and do it. You're not living up to that identity that you've put on a wall in a mission statement and said, this is the type of team we want to be. And that's just one example of many. I mean, you could go, and I don't mean to make it team specific. Hey, we want to be a athletic baseball team. Okay. Well, I used the one the other day. I'll say it again, like the D. Gordon one from the past, and they've gotten so much better about this. I don't mean to make it a black mark on their resume or anything, but like, hey, we want to control the zone. Okay. Well, we're also going to spend a bunch of resources to bring in D. Gordon. Well, he doesn't control the zone. Yeah, but we're going to teach him. Okay. Like, it didn't work.
Nope.
And kudos to Jerry and the rest of his group. They learned from that one, I think, quite a bit. Mm-hmm. And I think one of the reasons they've had so much success in the last few years, they know what they want. They know the type of guy they want. They know the type of player they want. They know what's important to them. In the next couple of weeks, we're going to end up talking a lot about baseball, right? As football starts to fade away here after
we'll see.
Not saying there's no football to be discussed.
We'll see. There's combine, coaching changes.
But we're going to spring training in a couple of weeks. You got a team that's coming off an ALCS appearance with a legitimate chance to go win the World Series this year.
And we're just going to fall in love. We just fall in love.
Well, but we're going to spend a lot of time talking about how.
Yep.
A lot of time talking about why and what their mission statement is and how they are trying to walk what I think is a very interesting fine line between the Dodgers on one end, who are spending a gazillion dollars, and you're not going to compete with that. The Rays on the other end, who are spending no money and churning through it, and you don't really want to go down that road. So what do? You got to find your own path through the middle, and I think they've done a very nice job with that.
You know what's funny, too, is the Mariners are going to feel a little bit like the Seahawks did from a number of years ago. We'll get to that conversation in a second. Joel Klatt for the finale today. This is going to be it. Yesterday was the last Daniel Jeremiah show. Yesterday was the last Mike Macdonald show. And at least for this, I don't know, Joel, what's it been, 20-something week run, 24? This will be the last time we get you for a while. How are you, pal?
Great. I'm great. I love that you wore the sweater again.
Got to.
Congratulations, guys. How exciting.
It's unbelievable.
How exciting.
It's like, I got really wide-spaced eyes, Joel, and so when things hit me, man, they hit me hard, right between my eyes. This one, Salk and I have said, and all my buddies, I had, some time with a pal of mine yesterday, diehard fan. It's like, this just like hit us. Like they did this.
Sneaked up on us a little bit.
Yeah, they did it.
This isn't like a slow build. This isn't like the Mariners, honestly. When we go to spring training in a week and a half, like the Mariners feel like the Seahawks did in 10, 11, 12, 13. They built to that, right? They had a divisional loss in 12, and it fueled 13. It feels like an ALCS loss going to fuel that. This is like totally different, man. Like we're here. There's 1 million people on the parade today.
And I'm really happy for Seattle. I'm a huge fan of Mike Macdonald. I know we didn't get into that a lot this year in our conversations, but I know it was only 1 year, but I did a ton of Michigan games in that 21 season. And that culminated in them finally beating Ohio State. Mike was a big part of that, like a huge, huge, huge part of that. And I loved our conversations about defense, defensive philosophy, what he wanted to be in the future when he would eventually be a head coach. Now, I thought it was going to be in college. I always think like, oh, these guys love college. I love college, but so the conversation I had once he left for Baltimore and went back to the NFL, I remember talking to him. I was like, dang, man, I was hoping, we would get you in college football for another year or two. And he was like, yeah, I was on an airplane flying to recruit a kid, and I was like, this sucks. And I was like, yeah, like that's it. That's it. But I'm very happy for him. And you're right, Brock, to your point about it wasn't a slow build, it was a pretty fast turnaround. I mean, the guy, Sam Darnold, this is his first year in the uniform, and I'm happy for him. After everything, again, covered him. You and I covered him at USC. Great kid.
Yeah.
Just a great kid. And if this is not the biggest indictment of the draft process, I don't know what is. Because we continually go into this era. So I did a mock draft, now I'm starting in on the draft. And guys, like, the draft becomes so definitive, and it's so stupid because it's all about fit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like Sam Darnold just won the Super Bowl, and 4 years ago, people are running him out of the league because he can't work out with the Jets. It's like, well, the Jets suck. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I would say it's not just fit, although it is fit, but also development and organizational health. Like all of those things are going to matter. I think one thing we're learning
is going through that. You got Baker succeeding in Tampa, and like we continue to see this. And Seattle is one of those places where you can go and win because the organization is sound.
That was one of the takeaways we had earlier today. We're kind of going through what the league will learn from Seattle winning this championship, and one of them was you can't just draft a quarterback into an awful organization and expect him to be a savior within a couple of years. It just doesn't work that way. But what else is on the list?
Let me pose you guys a question. Hold on. Yeah, time out. Right, I'm going to sit in that vein.
Audible.
I just want to sit in that vein. Because I think you bring up a good point, and this is one of the rare shows where, like, I can bring up an idea and you guys, like, we can have a really good conversation about it.
That's why we were top 30 sports podcast in the country, by the way.
No doubt.
Just want to let you know.
No doubt. Yeah. I mean, just behind. Just behind.
Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Yeah, we're right around Dale.
Oh, that one. Yeah, there you go.
That one. Wow, there it is.
Yeah, so go on.
Sorry, that was rude. Salk.
That's fine.
This is my fault. I was braggadocious. Go ahead. I interrupted you.
Did the league? Yes. Did the league like what happened Sunday? Or does the league sit there? Let's throw it out. Let's put it on the table here. Does the league sit there and say, we cannot have a team get to the Super Bowl and look that bad? We cannot have 100 million people watching our product and all they're talking about is the halftime show. We cannot have Mahomes and Allen and Herbert and Jackson and Burrow not in this game. And does that spur them? Like, if I started talking with some buddies on a text chain, and I'm like, is the first conversation in the league office how they redo the salary cap to take away a portion of the NFL quarterback, the NFL salary away from the salary cap?
I love that. Joel, it's so funny. For two people that disagree often here on the show, you and I actually think very similarly at times. Yeah. I've been having some of those very same thoughts about the salary cap. I didn't think necessarily about how the league feels, but this idea of, because the first thing I said about Sam is, hey, this is great, but if you want to start dealing with rankings and where do you put him? Okay, maybe he's top 5, top 8, but you want to pay him that way? Because the moment you do, now you're asking him to do more.
Your roster.
That's right.
That's exactly right.
And I think that hurts.
Exactly
okay, so the NFL has to come up with a way to allow the quarterbacks to get paid the way they need to be without necessarily ruining the build of the team. Here's what.
That's right. It's like a bird exception version in the NFL.
That's right.
It's like the quarterback exception. It's like, what percentage of the quarterback salary are we not allocating to the cap, or is there just a totally new? Like, we just pull the quarterbacks totally out of the salary cap.
But here's the old,
and we say, like, all right, we'll do something different over there. We're going to tier those quarterbacks, and you can get a slated contract as a quarterback based on what you do in the league. But then that's aside from the 52-man roster salary cap.
The NFL for years built their marketing around the league, the team, the idea that everybody could win every year. Whereas the NBA really marketed towards the single star, right? That's the concern I have. Like, as much as I agree with this idea of, like, hey, the NFL can't be happy that all of their biggest stars were home, they also really got to be careful of not turning into the NBA where I think local fans in 28 cities a year are like, yeah, whatever. Lame. Who cares?
Did you enjoy the football? Did you enjoy?
I really loved the defense. I thought Drake played terrible.
Yeah.
Like, there were things there.
But he was just,
you know what I like?
Shook.
Do you know what I like more, Brock?
Huh.
I like watching Stafford play against that defense, because now I know I've got a lead ones on ones. You know what I mean?
Good on good.
Like, now we're going ones on ones, baby.
But you saw it. I mean, you saw it 2 weeks ago. I mean, like, the NFL does have to look at it and say, it's not like if they weren't in the Super Bowl, but they were in the NFC Championship game. Maybe put the Seahawks back in the AFC. I mean, like, there were still some other teams.
It's not about taking anything away from the Seahawks Super Bowl. It's just that you can't have that product.
Correct.
And maybe it was just the Knicks injury or what happened on the AFC side, the Mahomes injury, and so on and so forth. Maybe Josh Allen can't miss the throw to the tight end. I forget which
Joel,
tight end.
So Joel, you think in some vein, in some world, the folks in Park Avenue, the folks at NBC, the folks that we know, right, in the whole broadcast world are like, oh gosh, this is tough. Like we do sometimes during breaks in the UFL where we're like, oh, this is a tough product. This is like this is a hard watch right now. Like, this is difficult. Now, I would say there was so much other, like the defense for Seattle is real. The guy you talk about, Mike, just took them apart. Like,
he did.
And Drake, while he struggled in the playoffs, didn't ever look that bad. I mean, he was so sped up, Joel. And I don't know, have you ever been there? I certainly was a quarterback. Played in Nebraska.
Absolutely.
Played in Nebraska, and the game was so fast. And I remember, like, after a series, like, okay, eventually it's going to slow down. Like, no, the next series was so fast.
The number one Oklahoma team in 2003 with, like, Dvorak and Tommy Harris and Teddy Lehman and those guys. Anthony Perkins was out there. He's the Thorpe Award winner. Felt like there were 80 million defenders on the field.
Yes.
We were running 3-jet protection for the first, or excuse me, 3-jet for the first time. We normally ran 2-jet, which was a weak slide, strong on the man side, and we decided to institute 3-jet that week. And so we're gonna strong slide and go man on the weak side of our offensive line. And our weak guard was a true freshman. He was at prom 8 months ago, and guess who the 3 technique was? He's going man against Tommy Harris. Tommy Harris put his arm down into the ground, and I look at it. It looks like a horse. It looks like a Clydesdale stepped on his arm. That's what his tricep looked like. So, and he threw our guard down so fast. He threw him down to the ground. Just chucked him down to the ground like this, right? And he's staring at me, and he threw him down so fast, Brock, he thought it was a screen because we locked eyes, and I have the ball in the pocket like this, and he looks at me, and I'm just like, ah! And I just like threw it to the back.
Yes. Yeah.
He thought it was a screen.
Well, the first
time have I ever been sped up?
What do you think?
My goodness.
What do you think Drake felt the first time Spoon came like a Scud missile, right? And all of it, you could see it. And Collinsworth said it like, whoa. All these QBs do these drills now, Joel, right? Where it's just quick feet, choppy feet, right? And all of a sudden Drake went, whoa!
Yeah.
Like
he was out of there.
5 feet in the pocket. And from that moment, it was like, got him.
Game was over at point.
It was over pretty quick.
I said it to some folks. I was like, yeah, this is. And granted, they put together a series here, and he made a couple of nice throws. I hope he recovers from this.
Yeah.
Will Campbell was totally overmatched.
Yep.
Totally overmatched.
Yep.
Colin Coward. I was talking to Colin, and he was like, Will Campbell, SEC, all the guys from the Big Ten, they were the ones dominating in that game. And I was like, easy.
So where does this put next year? Can we do this again next year? Do you want to be a part of this next year? Do you want to do that, or is this too much work, too labor? What do you think? We'll talk about it afterwards.
I think we can do it.
Next year.
I enjoyed this a lot. I didn't like.
Why are you chuckling?
Why are you
I don't know where it's about to go. I wasn't consulted in this conversation.
Brock is asking me back. I don't. What do you think
there
about
parts
this?
I enjoyed. I don't know if I enjoyed all of it. I mean,
the first one was a little much.
There were positive moments.
Salk, would it offend you if I may have gotten a text that was like, "Hey, that was a little much"?
No, not offend me at all.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if and when we get a chance to, run it back, unlike these NFL teams that lose 30% of their roster a year, if and when we get a chance to run it back, what's going to be the Sam Darnold conversation going into Week 1 next year? This dude is.
I think we're going to have the Joe Flacco 2.0. Is he elite or was it the roster? I think that's going to be the debate. I think it's going to be the entire debate this week. You're already seeing that on some of these debate style shows of like, is Darnold a top 5 quarterback? That's just another version of the old Flacco. Is Flacco an elite quarterback? It was the same with Eli. It went from Eli to Flacco, and now it's Darnold's turn in that mold.
Does it matter?
That's what I think.
Does it matter if they don't have to pay him? I mean, if they had to pay him, then there's a big conversation.
This is a great point, and that's right back to
so brilliant, Salk.
You and
I, so smart.
God, I really am.
Way to go!
I'm
you
so
really
smart.
are.
Yes.
Gosh.
It doesn't matter unless you have to pay him.
20 episodes in, and you did.
Finally,
Yes.
I've been waiting for my moment.
I'm kidding.
Yes.
It goes back to the point that you astutely made earlier that I led you to. It's like a horse. I led the horse to the water.
Thank you.
That's fine. And can you win a Super Bowl with Sam Darnold if you have to pay him like a top 5 quarterback?
A lot harder.
Then the conversation is different.
Yep.
I think the answer
But
is
if you don't have to pay him like that, watch out.
And they don't have to pay him like that for at least 2 years.
Yep.
So, I mean, like they've got him under contract for a couple of years. And then the question becomes, does Sam think he needs to be paid like a top 5 quarterback? And if he does, then you got to have a really hard conversation. And by the way, you got to have a lot of hard conversations. And I hope they learn from the fact that they moved on from Geno, they moved on from DK. You're going to have a hard conversation about Ken Walker and about Kobe Bryant and about Boye Mafe. And there's another group of people coming down the road next year with JSN and Witherspoon. And you're going to have hard conversations about all of them because you can't keep everybody.
Yep.
Does he want to be? Now, I know Tom Brady was paid a lot of money, but he was never paid top money.
Right. Nope.
Always took a discount.
Yep.
And that's the reason why I would make a strong argument. That's the reason the league and the Patriots flourished. It's because he was constantly in the game, 10 Super Bowls, 10. Wild.
Yeah.
The reason is because he never took the top salary.
But Bill also traded Richard Seymour and traded,
I don't even bring up. Listen, Bill should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer, but he didn't do anything without Brady.
I'm not saying he didn't. Of course. But the Brady taking less money also works in conjunction with Bill saying, I'm not going to bring Richard Seymour back, even though he's a good player, because I don't like where it's going. Or Ty Law.
Or Ty Law, Rodney Harrison, eventually.
He
had the difficult conversations that you were just talking about, right? Like it leads to difficult conversations. And Bill was very good at that. There's no doubt. Like I said, he should have been a first. That was a joke.
Ridiculous.
What is Mike Macdonald? Last couple minutes here, Joel. We sat with Mike yesterday. It was awesome. He's just, to watch him from like show 1 to whatever we are, show 40 or whatever, at different times around him. What is Mike Macdonald going to be in 5 or 10 years? Can you picture him in like 5 or 10 years? Because I look back, like when we started at this thing, you look at a lot of young coaches. You know how coaching kind of like presidency ages. Like, what is Mike Macdonald going to look like in 5 to 10 years?
A defensive version of Sean McVay.
Yeah. Yep.
So with a whole coaching tree and all of that.
Yeah, it's hard because he's already in the middle of a coaching tree. So for instance, he is like the Andy Reid of, Andy is in the middle of a coaching tree of the Bill Walsh tree, right? Well, that's where Mike fits in this Harbaugh orbit.
Yep. It'll be interesting, Joel. Like, if you bring up McVay, you know what McVay's continuing to do? That coordinator's head coach, he's got 4 of them. Head coach, but he continued to call the plays. Mike Macdonald was the first in Super Bowl history to actively taking apart that team, that scheme, that coordinator as a play caller. Can he keep doing that? I sure hope he does. I hope he never gives up.
I think you can do that. I think you can do that in the NFL. He just did it. Why can't he? And he did it as what is he, 38? Like, of course he can. Of course he can keep doing it. And that allows for more staying power. Yep. That allows for. That's what was. That's why Kyle Shanahan is so good every single year. That's why Sean Payton is so good every single year. Is because they don't have to relinquish their superpower. Their superpower is game plan and then actively calling it on game day. Yep. Whereas in college, the structure of college football takes that away from coaches. You can't do that because of all the other nonsense that you've got to be CEO over. Well, you don't have all of those ancillary things in the NFL, so you can retain your superpower, and he will.
Jokes aside, thanks, Joel. This was great. Thank you for a great season. I can't believe it went all the way to February 11th, Parade Day here in Seattle. It's just crazy.
The ending of last week's show was epic. I had people sending it to me. I can't, they were like, Salk jinxed it.
The parade.
Do you remember?
Yeah,
I had to hang up on you. I was like, geez.
I said 31-10 all week to anybody who would listen. I said the Seahawks were going to blow that team out, and they did because they're just better. It was just a better team.
You're smart.
No.
You're a smart guy.
I got lucky once in a while. Joel, thanks. We'll talk again.
Appreciate you guys. We'll see you.
There you go. The great Joel Klatt from Fox Sports and the Joel Klatt podcast, which I think I saw pretty big. You could see that studio is big, very big.
Big numbers, big deal.
We're going to come back right back, Brock. I want to do a little Blue 88 with you. We're going to go through some fun stuff at 8:30 that I think every fan will like. We're going to talk to Bump down at Lumen Field at 9 and Stacy at 9:45. And we're going to talk about that very important 4-letter word at 9:30. There's a lot going on today. Don't go anywhere. Brock and Salk, Seattle Sports on 710.
It's why we bake in the sun, out on the berm every summer at training camp. It's why we scream till it hurts. Come fall and winter.
Listen to the 12th man.
It's why we're 12s.
And the party begins. The Seahawks win Super Bowl 60.
Soak it in.
They lived up to the dark side today. It's going to go down in the history books.
We are the home of your Super Bowl champion Seahawks. Seattle Sports. Y'all ready, Seattle? Let's go.
It's about us. The Seahawks win Super Bowl 60.
It's the Seahawks Super Bowl Championship Parade.
Sounds nice. Super Bowl champs, baby.
This morning.
Hey, 12's Bumpus, Stacy here, and we are here for the party.
Yep, we're broadcasting live from the Seahawks Championship Trophy celebration at Lumen Field starting at 10 a.m.
We're the home of the Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
Hey, shout out to the 12.
Seattle Sports.
Start having fun. Caesar Sportsbook at Muckleshoot Casino Resort is your #1 place to eat, drink, watch, and have fun. Keep up with your favorite sports anywhere and everywhere on property with the mobile app. Visit muckleshootcasino.com today. Scan the QR code and let the play begin.
Muckleshoot.
It's game time, and Toyota of Kirkland and Toyota Renton are lining up with a roster that's built to dominate the field. The gas-powered RAV4, built to power through every drive, rain or shine. Or switch up the play with the hybrid RAV4, versatile, efficient, and always moving the chains. The Tacoma, tough, dependable, and clutch when it counts. And now, taking the field, the all-new 2026 Toyota Tundra, redesigned, powerful, and built for the big moments. Whether you're in the north or the south, Toyota of Kirkland and Toyota of Renton have your winning ride. Visit ToyotaofKirkland.com and ToyotaofRenton.com.
Hey, Hoop fans, Bump here. Don't miss out. It's your last chance this season to catch Seattle U men's basketball take on big names at Climate Pledge. Come see the Redhawks take on St. Mary's on February 18th. Grab your tickets at goseattleu.com/tickets. Redhawks rising.
This is Chris Davis with the Davis Law Group. Did you know that a pedestrian does not have to be crossing the street on a marked crosswalk to have a successful legal claim against the driver? Pedestrians can even be partially at fault for a collision and still have a valuable claim. Call us today for a free consultation or get my free book on pedestrian accident law at WashingtonAccidentBooks.com. That's Davis Law Group, better service and even better results.
Hi, this is Nancy Penrose, owner of Big Trees in Snohomish. Here at Big Trees, we are honored to have performed work for our local professional sports teams, local colleges, numerous commercial sites, and dozens of cities, including Seattle, Tacoma, and Bellevue. While we certainly serve homeowners, Big Trees helps business owners too. Reach out to the experts at BigTreeSupply.com.
Hey everyone, Rick Witters, owner of Cressy Door. At Cressy Door, we offer top-of-the-line garage doors, garage door service, and garage door repairs. From everyone here at Cressy Door, congratulations to the Hawks for winning the big game.
Get your championship gear at Simply Seattle, your go-to shop for Seahawks gear with both licensed and custom designs you won't find anywhere else. Use code ESPN15 for 15% off your order at simplyseattle.com. Celebrate the title with jerseys, shirts, hoodies, hats, and collectibles. Want your gear in time for the parade? Shop in person at Simply Seattle on First Ave. And get ready for spring training with Mariners gear and Simply Originals like the Kid Logo hoodie. Code ESPN15 at simplyseattle.com.
Life's expensive enough, isn't it? Groceries, gas, kids' activities. Sometimes your roof needs replacing, but your budget says not now. Hi, I'm Justin Shirley, CEO of State Roofing and Exteriors. We want to help with an offer to lift that weight off your shoulders. Get 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for up to 24 months. Or save up to $3,000 on a new roof today. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF or visit stateroofing.com.
Seattle fans, your team has made football history and are back on top. Celebrate their big win and keep the memories of their amazing season alive with this limited edition full-size championship football for just $129.95. But act fast because only 5,000 will ever be made. To order, call 800-345-2868. That's 800-345-2868. Or visit NICOsports.com. That's NIKCO sports.com. Don't get left out as these will sell out.
Can I take your coat?
Oh, you noticed. Yeah, I found it on eBay from a seller in Vegas. Pre-loved and perfect. She listed it and jackpot. Italian leather, classic trench silhouette. And did you see the braided buckle?
Hang on to your claim ticket.
Oh, I'll hang on to this forever. Have you been on eBay? There's so many finds. And I bet that diving watch would sell fast. Just saying.
Find what you love, sell what you don't. eBay. Things people love.
Time is valuable. That's why Lowe's Blueprint Takeoffs turn blueprints into quotes faster. Bring us your plans, and we'll generate itemized material lists to make quoting easier so you can get back to building. Plus, at the Lowe's Pro Desk, you get access to thousands of building materials not sold in store. And when your order's ready, we'll deliver everything to the job site. Improving is easy at Lowe's.
Home of your Super Bowl champion Seahawks, Seattle Sports.
They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest. This is the power of 12 is 1, man.
KIRO AM Seattle and KIRO FM HD2 Tacoma.
Give me a freaking auto!
From the Quantum Fiber Studio, this is Brock and Salk on Seattle Sports.
Brock Ewert is my hero.
Jim Pewter just punched me in the kidney.
We're going to do you a name.
Doesn't really work that way, Sharon. This is a show that has my name on it.
It kind of does, though.
Now here are your hosts, Brock Ewert and Mike Salk.
Hello!
It was so much fun, man. Just so much fun to get to celebrate a tremendous season for the Seahawks. Big parade today. Excuse me. All of our championship parade coverage Provided by Harborstone Credit Union. Big thanks to them. We're going to run through some of the highlights and through the game at 8:30 and relive some of it, Brock. I want a lot of
folks are taking transit in and making your way downtown and to the stadium.
We'll do some of that at 8:30.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it. At 9 o'clock, we'll go down there and check in with Bump. At 9:30, I said we'll talk about love, Love, and vulnerability. I checked in with, I used a source, Brock, a therapist that I know, and got some in-depth. You're going to love this on vulnerability and just how important it is. This is going to be right up your alley. Dude, I used my contacts. I went deep into the black book to figure this out.
Was I or was I not just leaving the studio singing We Are the Champions?
Of course you were. You're a huge dork.
I am.
You just can't even help it.
Yep.
Let's do some.
I also thought you were quoting Vanessa Carlton when you said making your way downtown.
Making your way downtown. All right, here we go. Blue 88. Fire.
This is Brock and Salk's Blue 88, powered by Xfinity.
We're going to go red right, tight, close, sprint left, G, U corner, halfback, flat, on one. Ready?
Brock Heward tackles 3 football questions as only he can. Blue 88.
Now here's your hosts, Brock Heward and Mike Salk.
Making my way downtown. I don't know any other words to that song. It's probably for the best.
Would it surprise you? I don't either.
Yeah. I don't think anybody does. Might not even have any other words.
I know miles and miles and
Brock, a lot of mic'd up sound coming out over the last few days. It's been really good. Which jumped out to you first?
Love, Love, as in Julian Love. This was actually not even before his interception. This was talking through the difference. This is so good.
Was this after Kobe Bryant knocked down his first chance for an interception?
It was in the first quarter.
Get out of the way, Kobe.
This is a window into why Mike Macdonald loves Julian Love.
That's all right, I'm going to stay patient. I'm going to give me one. Classic young quarterback. As soon as that back foot hits, as soon as the back foot hits, he's going to where he wants, but he's pausing for a second to confirm that he's open. He's not blindly doing like Stafford. There's like a little hitch there. Okay. You can jump that.
Made from the shotgun. 2nd down and 3. Steps up in the pocket, gonna let one fly down the seam, and it's intercepted. Julian Love. Julian Love is right where he's supposed to be at free safety.
You knew yours was coming.
I'm telling you.
You've been in the right spot the whole time.
How about a little pick in the soupy? Come on, dude. Love you, bro.
Love you, dude.
I love you. I love you.
How about a little pick in the soupy? That's Darnold, of course, hugging him after the game. Love you.
That,
so much love. Did you listen? There's a couple little details in there. You can hear, and that was with Kobe Bryant, with the 2 safeties. And this is so good. This is like baseball, right? Those baseball guys in the dugout looking for any tell in the glove. See how his glove was tilted? See how his wrist was tilted? Trying to look for any pitch. Stafford gives you nothing. No soup for you. No tell. He's blind. He'll look you off. He will absolutely rework your wiring in your eyes. This young quarterback, Kobe's like, every time he throws a deep ball, you could see it in his shoulder tilt. Like, it's deep. And Love saying, hey, every time that back foot hits, it's
crazy.
It's just, and that's from their view. Think about that. That's like 15 yards at full speed. Like, as the game is going on, to be that wired in, slow the game down to be able to gain those kind of tells. In high school, Salk, you just hope your guy lines up right.
Right.
In college, you're like, okay, now line up right and maybe know our scheme. And try. In the NFL, you're studying the shoulder tilt of the quarterback while doing all the other stuff.
Pretty incredible.
To try to find that tells. Awesome.
All right, question number 2. Well, speaking of tells, Spoon said afterwards they had a tell on their what?
And Vrabel was asked about it, and Vrabel's like, well, I don't know. I mean, Morgan Moses, sure, he lines up this way, and maybe in a run or a pass, it's a little bit. You know what I think that was about? The more you watch it and the more you study it, that tell was taking apart their protections. They took apart those protections in much the same way those safeties took apart those throws by, the body alignment and the eyes and the shoulders and everything else and the feet. They had a heck of a bead on what they were going to do to a young quarterback. A veteran quarterback, a Tom Brady, a Peyton Manning, a Drew Brees, a Matthew Stafford invites the pressure. Bring it. I'm going to see it, and I'm going to change protection. Drake May is a rookie in that system. No changes. No ability to adapt. No change in protection. What you see is what you get, And when we line up in this, we know they're going to do that. That's the tell. That's what Spoon was talking about. Like, yeah, we knew they're playing pretty good, and we absolutely took it apart. It was awesome.
All right, question number 3. As we start to go through, Brock, who's staying, who's leaving, you talk about sort of 5 or 6 guys that are key contributors that are free agents now.
Yeah, a couple conversations with people.
Be?
I had a couple conversations after the show yesterday with a few different people. And this is not like breaking news, but Daniel Jeremiah is talking to the same people, hearing the same things, and putting two and two together. The most difficult Seahawk free agent to keep will be Rashid Shaheed. And here's DJ telling us why yesterday.
And I love him, and I know what you give up for him, and I know the value that he has. The problem is when your offensive coordinator goes to maybe the most offensively starved team in the National Football League, and he's had him at 2 locations now. I mean, unless he just so values the winning component that you can get him without, going to the top of the market. But I think he's going to have big offers elsewhere. And knowing the JSN price tag is coming, I think that one will be the most difficult to get done.
Yeah, I just can't imagine. I would love it because he's such a key cog in the best special teams unit in the league that played a defining role through the playoffs and even the Super Bowl, Salk. But you're talking about, remember when we lost Paul Richardson way back when, and then you lost Golden Tate even before that? Like the market for him and teams that have cap space, heck, maybe even New England, honestly. Like they've got a massive amount of cap space. They've already got a great returner, but they don't have much speed, much game-breaking ability in the receiving core. The Raiders are obviously totally dearth of any of that. And the coach goes, it's just going to be nearly impossible to keep him.
I don't think you're going to be able to keep Boye either.
So Lyle's 22 jersey is safe.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
it'll still be
Pro-size 22 jersey, totally safe.
Good to hear.
Yes.
That's a late version of today's Blue 88. Normally, we do that at 7:45. Just a little opportunity to know you're going to get some football talk every day at 7:45 with Brock. We've done that essentially every day we've ever done this show.
So fun. Who would be the equivalent on this roster of CJ Pro-size? If 10 years from now there's another Super Bowl and you could wear someone's jersey from this team.
Ken McIntyre?
Kenny McIntyre. That's a good poll.
Yeah. You guys didn't even get his name right.
No. Huh?
You didn't even get his name right.
McIntosh. McIntyre? Why? What did I get wrong?
Salk struggled with that.
Macintosh.
Same thing. No, sorry, Kenny. My bad.
Bryce Cabledew.
What's the tight end?
Which one?
Eric Sauber?
No, the other guy.
Oh, Nick Callerup.
That's the guy.
Nick Callerup.
Nick Callerup.
Yes.
I guarantee you in 10 years I will not remember the name Nick Callerup. Let's just say it right now. It's just a fact. I'm just not going to remember that. We will take you through some of the biggest moments of this game coming up in 20 after everything you need to know next.
Y'all ready, Seattle? Let's go.
It's about us. The Seahawks win Super Bowl 60.
It's the Seahawks Super Bowl Championship Parade.
That sounds nice. Super Bowl champs, baby.
This morning.
Hey, 12's Bumpus, Stacy here, and we are here for the party.
Yep, we're broadcasting live from the Seahawks Championship Trophy celebration at Lumen Field starting at 10 a.m.
We're the home of the Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
Hey, shout out to the 12.
Seattle Sports.
Hey, Brock Hewitt here for my friends down the road at People Come First, PCF Construction Group. And if you're tired of grilling in the cold and the rain and the dark every winter, well, with a patio cover heater and fireplace from PCF, you can enjoy it like they built for me and Molly. You can enjoy your outdoor deck or patio all year long, staying warm and dry no matter what weather comes our way. Take advantage right now for the next few days of off-season savings through February 15th, where you're going to get up to 10% off your entire project, plus 12 months with no payments and no interest. Most people don't consider building a deck in the winter, but if you want yours ready by next spring and summer, then you better contact PCF right now to start planning. Spend the winter dreaming and designing your project so you're ready to build by the spring. Planning permits can take a little time, so get started right now. Get those project ideas, browse the amazing photos, and find all the offer details, like 10% off at PCFgroup.com. That's PCFgroup.com.
I had pain, I had numbness in my feet. That pain and that numbness just got worse and worse and worse as time went on.
This is Greg describing life with neuropathy.
I went to 5 podiatrists, tried different treatments, tried different orthotics, tried different shoes, had cortisone shots in the tops and the bottoms of my feet. Saw a neurologist. All my medical doctors said, can't help you. Live with the pain. You're not going to be able to sleep. This is your life. And then I just gave up until I found Sound Pain Solutions.
I'm Dr. Mark Shelley, a chiropractic physician and board-certified functional neurologist at Sound Pain Solutions. Our neuropathy treatments can rehabilitate damaged nerves. We use FDA-cleared, non-surgical, drug and pain-free procedures that help neuropathy sufferers like Greg find relief.
I feel better. I mean, just feeling better is huge.
If you experience numbness, shooting or burning pains, or loss of balance, call us. Sound Pain Solutions, 855-996-0025, or click soundpainsolutions.com.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home for you so you attract the right buyers. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
It's the Super Smart Top Special at Olympic. Save on a new hot tub and get a free Smart Top cover worth $3,700. Super Smart Top special savings will make you feel, well, super. OlympicHotTub.com. Better you, better life.
At Shane Company, we've been engagement ring experts for almost 100 years. We have the largest selection of diamonds and gemstones in stock. You don't have to wait to compare them side by side. Find the one that speaks to you at shaneco.com or in store. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
The celebration continues.
We never wavered, man. We believed in each other. We loved each other.
On the home of your Super Bowl champion Seahawks, Seattle Sports.
The stock market was on fire in 2025 due to AI and tech stocks. Now is the time to set a strategy for 2026. It's a good opportunity to lock in those gains and invest into a stable platform. With $8 trillion in cash sitting on the sidelines, investors are either scared or unsure where to go. Hi, I'm Scott Rirucka, CEO of Legacy Group Capital in Bellevue. Legacy Group Capital develops local real estate, lends money, and shares the profits with our investors. Diversify with Legacy Group Capital. Invest into our Northwest Fund, which is currently delivering 9% on a fixed rate term. It's our flagship fund for 19 years with zero investor losses. And yes, we do accept IRAs. Find out why 1,300 local investors have invested over $350 million.
Legacy Group Capital at legacyg.com. This is not investment advice. Investments available to accredited investors only. Details at legacyg.com.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Need to know.
15 minutes past every hour with Brock and Salk.
Here's what you need to know. Up first.
So cool to get a parade here in Seattle today. And a nice day. I mean, it's not beautiful sunshine, but 50 degrees. It's not raining. I mean, you could do a whole lot worse for February 11th in Seattle. Don't drive. Do not drive to downtown. I was reading this letter from...
what do they advise? Hitchhiking?
No. What? No.
Walking?
Hitchhiking, yes. Use your legs.
All right.
Use the bus.
Okay.
Use the light rail. Take a ferry. Whatever you can do to get into downtown.
Park at the top of Capitol Hill and slide down in a log.
I don't think you're going to be able to park even in Capitol Hill. That would be too close. You got no chance. You'd have to park in like Redmond. Brock, there is no parking anywhere near Seattle, so find a way to get to the light rail and get in town. It should be great, though. So we are about an hour and 45 minutes away from the trophy presentation. Bump and Stacy are going to take you guys through all of that stuff here on Seattle Sports. We'll talk to Bump at 9 a.m. He'll be down there. We'll talk to Stacy, kind of hand that off to her at 9:45. So we're like getting ourselves ready for what should be an incredible day. But please do not drive.
So what did our boy say? It was not a good night to be a Busch Light.
Yeah.
What's
today going to be like?
Morning.
Well, I hope they were able to kind of hold off yesterday because day drinking is hard. Like, it's hard to go day drinking.
I would
after
think
night
after some of the videos I witnessed Sunday night, like yesterday
sleeping.
was a lot of sleeping.
Right.
Now it's can they build themselves back up?
Yes, I think they'll be able to just fine. Based on what I've seen at parades over the years, I think they'll be just fine.
Here's the second thing you need to
know.
know.
What Russ said after Golden Tate left? I think we'll be just fine.
Just fine.
He wasn't right, by the way. They missed Golden Tate. He was wrong when it was all said and done. We got to talk to Mike Macdonald for the final time yesterday. And the big story next is Klint Kubiak. He is off to Vegas. So what do you do? How do you handle replacing him with a new offensive coordinator? And I thought this was probably the most telling window in to Mike Macdonald's thought process about what he's trying to build here.
We have great. I think a really important part of what we want to do is have continuity, and part of our vision here is that we want to have the Seattle Seahawks system that's going to evolve over time, and it's going to be our system, and ultimately we want to be a place where we can create an environment where people, if we do a great job, we do what we're supposed to do. We can create opportunities for our own people and keep growing our people, but that doesn't mean we're not going to augment our staff from people that are out there. I mean, we're always going to do that, but right now that's where my mind is.
Trying to create essentially a Seattle way of doing business.
I mean, it's what the
Seahawks
Ravens.
system.
If you think about where he came from, as Klatt was talking about, kind of the Harbaugh orbit, the Harbaugh tree, Jim, John, whatever. Like, think about the Ravens. Like, it's the Ravens way. Like, for decades. Like, this is what we do. This is how we play it. Now, we augment a little bit. Maybe it's new coordinator here or there, and they certainly feel the loss of Mike Macdonald. Goodness gracious. With what's happened there, John even losing his job without Mike being there. But the Ravens know, like, their style. We're going to be enormous on the offensive line. We're going to be unbelievably fast and dynamic in our front seven. And, we'll kind of build around those core principles, right? The methods and principles. But in it all, we know what a Seahawk is, and both staff
but it's a pretty
and
big commitment
personnel.
then to what they got out of the Klint Kubiak system. They must have really liked that.
Oh, absolutely, because the burden. He knows the burden it puts on you defensively. And
then
when things look the same and you can run and you can play pass,
but that's
and you hit
committing then
explosives.
to try to stay with that system.
Yes.
You may go with a different human, calling the plays and
Well, I
designing
don't think there's
it.
any doubt about
but
that.
they're going to be with this system,
No
same
question.
language, same everything.
Yep.
And it sounds like not just for next year. He'd like to do it kind of forever.
That's right.
Would be the goal. He also is learning how to use technology.
Steph showed me last night that you can save reels on Instagram. Yeah. So in the past, I would just like it, and then I would go to my likes, and I could go back to see.
Oh, actually, that's what I do too.
Okay, so I didn't know. So now I know you can save it. So I have a Super Bowl a folder.
Oh.
And you just try to capture everything. Like I was telling, there's videos of our city when it goes to zero, and there's chants going on. There's fireworks going. I mean, out of the. It's just. I want to just capture all of it, So there it is. Hopefully Instagram doesn't go defunct here.
Have it forever. Do I know how to do that? No.
You don't?
No.
It's pretty easy. I do what he was doing, though. Just whatever, and that's the end of it. But you can use, there's a whole archiving system. Huh. Yeah. I'll show you. Don't worry, Brock. I got you. You don't need, I'm hip to the technology. I got you.
Lyle, eye roll. You ain't hip nothing.
Pretty
Okay.
much.
Next.
Yeah. You idiots. Will you go to the next one?
Here's the third thing you need to know.
We're drowning. The Mariners streaming plan now available at mariners.tv. Just go buy it. I mean, I'm
this
gonna do
morning?
today.
Did it go
I think
online
yesterday.
today?
$100 for the season, $20 a month. If you want MLB TV with it to get national games, around the country, it doubles to $200, but $100. And there's a way of doing it through, your provider as well. If you don't want the specific app, you can do it through DirecTV or Comcast or whatever. So all of that went live yesterday. Tell you what I was watching yesterday was U.S. versus Canada women's hockey. Did you watch any of that?
I did not.
Oh, my God. Did the U.S. team just beat the living snot out of them.
Did they really?
It was dominant. Completely dominating performance from start to finish. Torrent winger Hannah Bilka had 2 goals. Alex Carpenter, who plays for the Torrent. There's Torrent players all over that team, and they were crushing it yesterday.
No, Damon and I watched.
You know who else is good? Huh. You saw that video that circulated a few weeks ago with the girl from Minnesota who flipped the puck up in the air, then snapped it down under. Have you seen that video for the assist? Oh my God, I'm going to show it to you in the break. Okay. It's probably the craziest goal you'll see in forever. She's on the team as a college, and she's already amazing. Yeah, no, they're good. It was fun yesterday.
Have you watched the documentary yet?
No, I will. I just
Lyle,
haven't
have
yet.
you watched the Miracle documentary? Maura, have you watched the Miracle documentary? Yes. How good was that?
It's amazing, yeah.
It's so good.
I can't wait. I'm excited.
Lyle, have you watched it? You got to watch it. It is really.
I haven't watched it. No.
Not even
have you heard of the Miracle on Ice?
Well, I've seen the movie.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Michael Ruzioni.
Sure. Yeah.
Yes.
Ruzioni.
You know, he lived with in a 3-floor house in Massachusetts with 20.
Winthrop, Mass.
It was he's like, on the bottom floor. It was auntie, cousin.
Winthrop. Pride of Winthrop.
Yes. Amazing.
All right. That's everything you need to know.
Because it was a team story, Salk. That was a team story like this team right here, like this one. Look at that. All over. We're going to have them all over town today, congratulating our boys. And, honestly, I teared up again. I watched it a second time. I think I cried more last night watching it with Damon because we were having fun thinking of the 87 King Bowl champs and Dad's team and all the guys that have been around for all these years. And when you get together, and this team, hearing all that love and all the
Damon
hugs.
Crying?
Damon was a little misty. He wasn't crying like me. Middle children cry.
Is that it?
But thinking about Sam Darnold and Mike Macdonald 20 years from now, 30 years from now, 40 years from now, when they reconvene, right? And they all get together and remember what they accomplished this year.
It's a good text from the 206. So you watched the documentary. Who plays Kurt Russell in it?
Funny.
It's pretty good.
Stop coughing, dude.
I'm trying. This stupid bronchitis will not go away.
You're not bringing that to Colorado. That's thin air? that thin air.
No, that's why I got the albuterol, Brock, so I can take that with me when I need it. All right. I will stop hacking for a few minutes.
Thanks.
We're going to run through the game in case did you guys know that the Super Bowl was played? I don't know if anybody got a chance to see it, but if you missed it, we're going to bring you some of the biggest plays and some reaction to it. I think this will be fun. We'll do it next on Brock and Salk.
Boss, a complete jerk who denied your time off request for the parade? Stuck at home with the kids because the babysitter's going to the parade? We got you.
They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
Follow Seattle Sports on all the socials for all the content, sights, and sounds that'll make you feel like you're on 4th Avenue with nearly 1 million of your fellow 12s. From the home of the Super Bowl champion Seahawks, Seattle Sports.
All right, guys, the big game is over. Congratulations to everyone in the area. Just so cool, and today's going to be an amazing day downtown. Well, you got a little time now between here and opening day of the baseball season. Why not use it to lose that weight? I know it's been bugging you. You probably had a big party last week on Sunday. Well, now is the chance to just start shedding the pounds. Use Eastside Weight Loss Clinic. They can help. It starts at just a 15-minute phone call. I did this program. I lost 10 pounds in a week. I lost 35 pounds total after 8 weeks, and I did it without taking any pills or injections, no fake bland box meals. It's all real food that you buy at the grocery store with great recipes, so it tastes pretty good. And you get the coaching, the support, the accountability, everything you need to lose that weight and keep it off. Do it for yourself this year. Call Eastside Weight Loss Clinic at 425-588-0080 or go to eastsideweightlossklinic.com. Dr. Ryan Coogan, D.C. Results may vary.
Underestimating the trucking industry is one of the biggest mistakes I see victims and other lawyers make. Trucking companies have an army of lawyers and experts who act quickly after an accident to protect the company. Only an experienced trucking accident lawyer can navigate the complicated federal and state laws to protect your rights. If you or a loved one has been injured in a trucking accident, call Davis Law Group today for a free consultation or get my free book on trucking accident law at WashingtonAccidentBooks.com.
Hey everyone, Rick Witters, owner of Cressy Door. At Cressy Door, we offer top-of-the-line garage door service, and garage door repairs. From everyone here at Cressy Door, congratulations to the Hawks for winning the big game.
Experience a luxury resort, breathtaking wildlife, spectacular wilderness, and amazing fishing at Queen Charlotte Lodge in northern British Columbia. King salmon runs are at their peak in May and June, and halibut and lingcod are always plentiful. Check out how easy it is to visit QCL at fishqcl.com. That's fishqcl.com. Queen Charlotte Lodge. Experience fishing first class. And remember, Our dollar's worth $1.35 north of the border.
For over 50 years, Bucky's Complete Auto Repair has been the one locals trust for honest pricing, expert service, and guaranteed repairs. This dedication has earned them a Carfax Preferred designation. At Bucky's, every customer gets detailed Carfax updates, timely service reminders, and a full service history, all at your fingertips. With 16 family-owned locations, no appointment needed, and easy financing, Bucky's makes auto care simple. Visit Bucky's.com today and drive with confidence. Bucky's.com.
Trust is everything. Earning it takes years. Losing it takes 5 seconds.
Lee Johnson Auto Family.
Who did it best in 2025? Vote now for the Sports Stars and Story of the Year at seattlesports.org and help choose the winners of the 91st Annual Sports Star of the Year Awards, presented by Microsoft. From collegiate champions to the standouts across our professional teams, make your choice and come celebrate Washington's biggest night out for sports on March 13th. Vote now and get tickets at seattlesports.org. We'll see you there.
Home of your Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks.
They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
Seattle Sports.
Seattle Sports Championship Parade coverage is provided by Harborstone Credit Union. It's a good day to be a football fan and a Harborstone Credit Union member. They've been voted the best credit union and best place to work. They're in the top 1% of credit unions for products and services in Washington State, and they've got a best-in-class mobile app. Harborstone Credit Union delivers real support to help people thrive. With over 30 branches from Olympia to Bellingham, find one near you. Go to harborstone.com.
New siding doesn't have to break the bank. We offer affordable options that add value and protection to your home. This is Justin Shirley, CEO of State Roofing and Exteriors. And while we're at it, ask about our roofing, windows, decking, and gutter services for even more savings. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF or visit stateroofing.com today to schedule your free siding inspection. State Roofing and Exteriors, held to a higher standard since 1968.
State Roofing, the best roof you'll ever need.
That's another amazing run by Team USA.
Mom, think I'll be on Team USA one day?
Well, I'll take this one.
What? Are you speaking to us?
Yes, and to answer your question, anything's possible, especially with Xfinity.
So, I can be the best snowboarder ever?
Well, I can't guarantee that, but Xfinity can guarantee that your internet price won't change for 5 years.
Okay. What if I practice every day?
Then maybe you'll be snowboarding for Team USA at the next Olympic Winter Games. And Mom, you'll still be paying the same price for Wi-Fi.
Ooh, really stuck the landing there.
It's the Xfinity Gold Medal Celebration. Now through February 22nd, get our best price on gig Wi-Fi for 5 years guaranteed, just $50 a month. Plus, get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. That's a $10.99 value per month. Xfinity. Imagine that. Proud partner of Team USA. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Actual speeds vary.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
This is Brock and Salk.
Weekdays 6 to 10.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
Are you guys heading downtown? Are you on the light rail right now listening via the Seattle Sports app?
Downtown.
I do think we have a whole collection of downtown songs.
Oh, you rank downtown?
Probably. I mean, I think we have, is it Petula Clark? Downtown. Like, we got a bunch of those downtown songs in here somewhere. But that's not the focal point right now, Brock. For everybody who is making their way downtown, we've got a little memory, a little trip down memory lane, but you don't have to go far. We're just going back to Sunday when the Seahawks won the Super Bowl. You ready? You want to run through some of these highlights, man? Starting right at the beginning and going from there? Yeah. You want me to play you all of Charlie Puth's anthem? We won't be...
22 and a half minutes of it?
I guess it hit the under. It just felt interminably long because it was one of the worst anthems I've ever heard.
Feeble.
I hated it so much.
Feeble.
God, I hated that anthem.
It was it was so antithetical to the violence and the play on the field.
Well, and even
the
like
speed
it was,
and the ferocity.
There was no power to it. It was just weak. Oh, it's truly one of my least favorite anthems I've ever heard. But all right, fine. The Seahawks lose the coin toss. They get the opening kick. They take the ball at the 35.
Walker, the single setback, the handoff to Walker. He's going to go left. Gets a block outside, turns upfield. He's going to have a first down on the first play of the game as he goes left and is run out of bounds right in front of the Seattle bench. Good blocking out there by the Seahawks tight ends and a first down to start this game.
What were you thinking?
I was like, that is awesome. A first down chunk run to move the chains on an outside zone, your base play. Wasn't anything cute, wasn't anything terribly creative. Like, yeah, that's just a bread and butter on the script. Something we've run since day one install, and we seal that edge. Vrabel's defense, Patriots defense, for 20 years, 25 years, been built on what? Got to win the edge, set an edge, build an edge. And, to right away topple it, I was like, that is. I think I even got off the couch and high-fived Miss Molly right away.
Oh, wow.
Like,
she must have loved that.
Boom. That's a way to start.
Good golly, Miss Molly, you must have said.
Golly, Miss Molly.
Wow. Great way to start the game. And honestly, I was like, okay. I just look, you know me, I just like when they run the ball on first down to start the game.
Yep.
Like, just let's make a statement. Let's just say right here, right now, you're going to have to deal with us all game long. Run the ball, and the fact that it goes for 10 yards, I think it started to establish what Ken Walker was going to be able to do over the course of the day. It leads to a field goal. The team goes back and forth a couple times, and then the pass rush starts to hit.
Made from the shotgun. Stevenson in the backfield now, and three receivers to the right side. Blitz is coming. May gets wrapped up and dropped. It's Witherspoon again. Comes off the edge. I don't think May ever saw him. And May back to his own 40-yard line. They'll actually spot it closer to the 42.
So that was not the first sack of the game. I think Derek Hall actually had the first sack of the game. But it was, I think, very telling because we got to see for the first time that blitz or pressure package or whatever you call it with the nickel, whether it was him or Eamon Worry coming flying in. And I'm watching that one. I mean, it looks like he almost makes like a running back style move to hit the open lane.
That's right. Yeah, because Mike even said, I don't know if this was on the air or off the air yesterday because we had a great time catching up with him afterwards, but they didn't even do some of those things right. Like as good a defense as he played, and I loved his comment to us. I don't want to watch the film right now.
Yeah, he's just going to get annoyed at everything they did wrong.
If I watch the film, yes, I'm going to be just like I am in this euphoric phase of playing one of the most dominant defensive games. I don't want to watch all the little details they screwed up like on that one. So when you send somebody like that, Salk, you know what the line has to do? They've got to create the gap for him to make his move. And if they get blocked into it or whatever, then usually not great, but Spoon was so on it and was able, as you said, to maneuver like a running back in the land.
That was pretty Jamal Adams-esque.
Yes.
Right? Like when Jamal was at his best, that's kind of what he would do,
No
right?
question.
He'd line up like that as almost a nickel. He'd come flying in, time it really well.
Yep.
Spoon does a lot of other things better than Jamal ever could.
Yep.
But in that regard, I felt like that was very Jamal Adams.
Yeah, there's an instinct, there's a feel it is. It's like a running back. You know, those running backs that just have a sense around them and a space and a timing. And as Mike said yesterday, his anticipation and him as a blitzer, like, man, we could have used him even more over the course of the season and maybe will in the years to come.
Well, and remember, each time you use him, it means you're not using somebody else. Maybe it means you're not using Eamon Worry or not using Ernest Jones, or
you're dropping an end, because the end, pressure numbers, as Nemhauser texted us after the show yesterday, it felt like they blitzed a lot and pressured a lot. They didn't.
I wonder if that number looks different, though, if you only look at the first three quarters. Like, once they were up big and just kind of like, yeah, all right, the Patriots must have run.
And at 11.5%.
But they must have run 10 plays at the end where the Seahawks are just dropping 8 guys, 10 guys back into coverage.
Yeah, probably.
So that probably, I don't know. It seems like it would skew it a little bit. All right, let's fast forward a little bit. It's still 3-0, but the Seahawks started moving the ball again.
Three receivers on the right side, but the handoff goes to Walker. He comes left, bounces outside, breaks a tackle, turns upfield. First down, still running, down the near sidelines, inside the 40, dropped at the 35. I'm looking back to see, did he step out of bounds? He did not. Jones makes the tackle. It was amazing that he stayed in bounds, but it was a heck of a run to the left side by Ken Walker III.
Part of those 78 yards after making people miss, right? Just so doggone explosive.
Yeah, the whole Le'Veon Bell thing was really evident, right? The whole patient, slow to the hole, and then bang, run through it. That was Ken Walker at his absolute best. The conversations around Walker are going to be interesting here for the next couple of weeks until they make a decision. because that was him at his best. We've also seen the opposite of that at times this year. That was not the norm. That was by far the best game he had all year.
Mm-hmm.
I am a little curious, but also Zach Charbonnet is going to miss most of next year. It just feels like this is going to be
I'm not ready for that
franchise
conversation.
tag
I'm not ready for
situation.
that conversation today. Just like Mike's not ready to watch a game film, I'm not ready for that conversation.
Well, did he look more athletic in this game than in any other game he's played for the Seahawks?
Have you seen Ken Walker?
I have.
Okay.
I couldn't take my eyes off of his power source.
Yeah, it's
very athletic.
He's so powerful, man. He is so explosive. And to do it on that stage against that defense.
You think that butt fits in one of those teacups? Like, do you think it was uncomfortable for him being in a teacup?
Yeah.
I mean, there's only 2 of them in there, I guess.
Those pictures are just hilarious.
They're hilarious.
I think Morris said to us a number of different times, like, Sam and K9, like, not the most effervescent.
No.
What were they even talking about if they were mic'd up in the teacup? And I hate the teacups.
Everyone does. Gosh. Yeah, terrible. Terrible, terrible ride. How about this play? You want to talk about the most surprising play of the game? It had to be this one.
Drake May on second down looks. Drake May gets wrapped up by Mills. Mills takes his defender, pushes him into the backfield, and oh, by the way, grabs the quarterback on the way to the ground for a sack. The 3rd sack of the game by the Seahawks defense. Riley Mills, who just come into his own late in the season after recovering from injury, the rookie out of Notre Dame.
All right, so I love this play, and it is interesting because if this is what's to come from Riley Mills, that's going to be, just adding another dynamic piece to that defensive line that is already so good.
Do you see the picture, like the picture of that sack? There's like a still shot I saw of it, and he was just like, I don't know, somebody on the cookie jar, like his hands, like just ripping the shoulder pads and jersey of May, like, I'm home. This is my first NFL sack, and it's going to be in the Super Bowl. Are you kidding me? I am not letting you out of my death grip, because he just blew that guard Wilson, right? 6 yards back. It looked like the Senior Bowl drill where those guys just get buried. And then he can, like, smell like a grizzly bear, just smelling the honey, and just absolutely, like, would not let him go, like an old cartoon, right? Like, just the bear grabbing the honey. Like, yeah, I'm not letting go.
At that point, though, still 6-0. Just kind of putting myself back onto my couch in that moment. Like, they'd scored in the first drive. They scored after that Ken Walker run. A couple of field goals. They did not look good in the red zone at all. I really did feel like they missed Charbonnet in the red zone. And that is worth remembering as we have the Ken Walker conversation, that as good as he was in this game, the red zone was problematic for them.
Even Chris said that in the broadcast, a little Sean Alexander-esque. One of my great teammates. I was watching a reel of his the other day, and oh my gosh. His highlight reel in that 29 touchdown season was off the chart, Salk. But Sean didn't like to catch the ball, and he really didn't like to protect. And Ken is a little bit, and we saw that with kind of a big drop on a 3rd down that could have got even more points, and he's not the greatest protector. But they didn't need either of those on this Sunday.
No, but in that moment, you're going, geez, don't let this team hang around.
That's right.
Right? I mean, as much as they were dominating, I did have that feeling of like, hey, don't let this team hang around. Put a couple of 7-pointers on the board.
What was the vibe, Lyle? You were there in the stands. What was kind of the vibe? Because I think that's easier to do sometimes on the couch, right? When you're actually in the stands, was that the vibe? Like, come on, boys, like pull away, like you're dominating this game, or was it like, oh man, New England's got no shot?
We're still talking about the first half, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
I said to myself, they are absolutely dominating this game, but all that being said, they're not scoring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, at that point, it was still 6-0.
Kind of like a baseball game where it's traffic every inning. Come on now. Come on, you got this pitcher on the ropes.
But you get to 9. You got to 9, and then you get to 12, right? And now you're going, it's a 2-score game. Like a 2-touchdown game. Even at 9, it's like, well, it makes it iffy. But a 2-touchdown game, you're like, okay, I'm starting to feel a whole lot better. And then Sam did something that I thought he needed to do more of over the course of the year. I really got this is actually one of my favorite plays of the game.
At the 43 of Seattle, Darnold wants to throw again. Looks, look out, makes one man miss. Now he's going to scramble right side. Got some blocking, turns upfield, cuts inside midfield, down to the 45. Sam Darnold with a 1st down run.
All right, so I said 12. I think it was 9-0 at that point.
Yep.
And that helped get them into field goal range, I believe, to get to 12.
You hear Rabel in that call at the start of it? Look out.
Yeah.
Milton Williams just beat Bradford like a drum, and he's in his lap. So he has to make him miss, and then he steps up, and I was saying the same thing. Run. Like I've said a lot this year. Like, run. Just go run.
And he did, and he's perfectly capable of
is.
it. I'd like to see a little more of it. Just use those legs a little more.
You want to get Jordan Palmer on the phone and talk about that like this offseason?
Listen to that. All right, so that makes it 12-0. But the Patriots started moving the ball. They actually had one of their better drives of the day. They move it back down, still in the third quarter. But don't worry, Derek Hall answered the bell.
May steps up in the pocket. He gets hit. Ball is on the ground. Seahawks fall on it. Murphy. Seahawks have it. Derek Hall with the sack.
It just felt like every time the Patriots started to do anything, Seahawks defense is like, come on. Yeah. No. Actually, we're going to make a bigger play. Thanks.
Did he come off of Moses' side, or was that off of Campbell's side on that one? Do you remember?
That was off of Moses.
That felt like Moses' side. Yeah, poor Moses. He couldn't move either.
Neither of those guys. He kept trying to rally the troops.
That was big time. That one, I think that was kind of, I think I even texted on a little text chain throughout that. Like, come on. Like, you've been that dominant. There's got to be a takeaway coming. When you're that suffocating, there's got to be a takeaway coming. When you're getting after them, there's got to be a fumble. There's got to be something coming.
Derek Hall played really, really good football over the last few weeks.
He did.
Not just the Super Bowl, the NFC Championship game. Like, they're probably going to lose Boye Mafe. Derek Hall is going to be called upon to do more and more. We'll see what happens with DeMarcus Lawrence. I hope he's back next year. Hope he doesn't retire or something like that.
Yep.
And you're going to have to figure out how to replace each of those two guys over the next few years. But I do wonder if of the two, they can only keep one. Mafe or Hall. Which one are you keeping right now? It feels like it's Derek Hall.
And the sack's amazing. He had 2 sacks over the course of the first 19 games. He had 2 in the Super Bowl. Now, he was one of your best pressure guys.
Right.
Highest pressure rate,
And he set an edge really well.
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot there.
Yeah.
Now, which guy would you feel more comfortable paying? That'll be a conversation they have to have.
He likes big trucks, right?
I know.
How many big trucks do you have to have?
Those are conversations that I'm sure will be going on deep inside the bowels of the VMAC. Finally, though, they needed a touchdown. They got one.
Alani in the backfield now. Play fake to him. Sam stops, looks, throws, got a man wide open. Touchdown, Seahawks! It is A.J. Barner.
Great play. I've seen all the videos going through how that play was set up really from the beginning of the game. But apparently, it almost didn't happen more. Do you have the sound of Cooper Kupp?
Huh?
Yeah, I have it.
Listen to this. So apparently, it almost didn't work.
Really?
Yeah, Maura found this. The Soundhound doing her thing.
He was on the New Heights pod with the Kelsey brothers.
Of course he was.
I'm so pumped for Barnyard, man. His touchdown was almost a disaster.
Whoa! Almost a disaster.
There was a problem. I think it was on the wristband, but we called the play. Jackson is out at the time he's going through his protocol to get back out. The call ended up being like the formation was backwards to what the play call was. I see AJ running towards me. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm about to run the wrong route. So I changed it on the fly. We almost had a complete disaster.
Let's go!
We got it done.
I don't know why that needs to yell, but anyway, it's an interesting story.
Who is that? Travis? Kelsey?
That was Jason.
Oh, take it down a notch.
After
really,
AJ Barner.
Brock? Your outburst. The
What?
Super Bowl.
Wow.
What, Maura?
She's right.
You like
What?
to randomly yell and clap.
She's right. Brock.
I'm just saying, it's kind of the pot calling the kettle black.
Brock.
Maura?
She's right. Don't try to argue your way out of this one. She's right.
Pull this knife right out of my heart.
Now you know what it feels
We
like.
love you for it, but you don't think you do that every now and then?
Do we, though?
No. I absolutely do that. But when you got Cooper Kupp talking about a play in a Super Bowl, like I don't think with DJ or Klatt, we'll be like,
There's a time and a place.
There is a time and a place.
I mean, you did it today. You literally slapped my hand and all that.
That's fine.
Well,
give you a high five. So can I tell you a little football 101 what happens there to take that kind of next level? Because I've done that. I've called a play and it's like, oh crap, we don't have that personnel on the field. So Cooper, so Barner comes in motion, right, from the left to the right. And as I talked about in Blue 88, like he came through the C gap inserting, so that makes it harder on the defense. If Cooper is not Cooper Kupp, if that was Derek Young, if that was a younger player, maybe Bobo does it too. Maybe Derek does, I don't know. But it's a decade of Cooper Kupp going, oh, let me flip that thing. Okay, so he's running the corner. This is a scissors concept. I got to run the post. So, he should have been the backside of the play, but JSN's out. So just all sorts of moving pieces. But kind of like Julian Love, slow the game down, quiet the game down, make the right play in that right moment, and they sure did.
It's a little loud, said the man who outright seal clapped in the middle of Super Bowl media row, says the 949.
It was a sea lion.
It was a sea lion bark, not
it was
a clap.
sea lion.
But then he does his clapping, which is also very loud. Cecily's really scared about you coming to her game on Friday.
No, she
just because of the loud clapping. She's a little nervous about it. All right, so they score. They're up 19-0.
Yeah, once A.J. Barter scored that touchdown, if you want one other quick story from my trip.
I sure do.
My brother did the Michael Irvin after that. He took off his belt and just started smacking his chair in front of a bunch of Patriots fans who were talking all game.
Well,
he said he wanted to do it, and I said, you got to wait till they score a touchdown.
He should have been using it to tie Reek Woolen to the bench and put somebody else out there because he did not have a very good next series.
And now here's May on 1st down and 10 in Seahawks territory, and he's going to go for the house. And he throws the ball, and it's caught for a touchdown. In the front corner of the end zone, Hollins with the touchdown reception.
I was not a happy man at that point. You go up 19-0. We got BTA up there with Lyle's brother. Everyone's like high-fiving. And the only thing you don't want to give up is a big play.
Right. And they give up two in a row.
Just make them earn it.
And they give up two.
And the
Both
first
on him.
one, the first one was a zone concept, though, and there were like 4 guys around.
Pretty good throw.
I think it was a very lucky throw.
Yeah,
it was
but it
actually
worked.
a terrible throw.
Well,
that could have been picked by 4 guys. So I'm like, oh. And then Reek is late. Like, get to your assignment. Cleats in the ground, eyes up, and he's like running over lollygagging to get to the receiver and closes a cushion and makes a play. That was the only thing.
And now it's
that
like,
gave him any life.
Let him right back into this game, and then you don't do anything on offense, and they get the ball again, and they start to move it a little bit.
May from the shotgun. 2nd down and 3. Steps up in the pocket, going to let one fly down the seam, and it's intercepted. Coming back near side, 40, 45, midfield, Julian Love, 40, steps out of bounds. On the near sideline in front of the Patriots bench, Julian Love.
And that's when I got off the couch. And I said, it's over! It's over!
Matt in Oregon says that's like the pot calling the kettle Howard Dean.
Yeah, I got up. I was just hitting my chest.
It did feel pretty over there, but it wasn't.
It was over there.
It wasn't fully over.
It was over there.
It was mostly over.
It was over there.
It wasn't as over as I thought it was because the Patriots still kind of kept, I don't know, they kept just annoyingly not quite going away. And thankfully, you had this play to really make it over.
Here comes the blitz. May hit as he tries to throw. Ball comes out, going the other way with it. Turning upfield, it's Chenanawosu, and he scores. Touchdown, Seahawks.
I'm so glad they got that play. I'm glad the defense got a score.
Yep.
I'm so glad the defense got a score.
That's right. They were the stars.
Devin Witherspoon should have been the MVP. I've been thinking about it more. Just thinking about the argument. I get it. I understand why it went down. I'm not angry or anything. And Ken Walker is good for him.
If there was not a hold on Sundell, they don't call that. Ken Walker is the runaway bona fide MVP, 180 yards. Done.
I think you got to give it to someone on the defense. I'm sorry. And I think if you're going to do that, I understand the argument. To give it to one would have been an insult to everyone else. No, it wouldn't. You got to give it to Kenneth Walker or to Devin Witherspoon. Mm-hmm. Derek Hall would have been second. Chenna probably could have been third because he had the touchdown. But I think you give it to Spoon.
You watch that play again and you realize the timing of it. Well, once again, even Mike said they screwed that one up. Like they just, even the...
Of course they did.
Yeah. The attention to detail wasn't all on it. But the hit was. And then you watch that and man, how many times do D linemen just not catch a ball?
Right.
Because they're not thinking it. Like there's not a world where it's like, oh, yeah, sack fumble.
And it sounds like
pick.
If he hadn't caught it, they would have called it a forward pass.
Yeah, I think his arm was going forward enough. Yep.
Jeez.
I know.
I don't know. I thought it was a fumble, but they ruled it a pick six. So obviously they felt like his arm was going forward.
Yep. And then it was truly over. Then the celebration could begin, right?
At that point, it was over.
Yes.
Yeah, it didn't matter. It was not. I mean, they tried the onside kick and all that, but it was over.
Yep.
There was. Even if they'd gotten the onside kick, they're still down 2 scores.
Correct.
Like there was almost no way to do it. So it got fun. I don't know if you've seen any of the behind the scenes of Cooper Kupp, who did not want to hear any celebrating. Everyone keeps coming up to him, hugging him and stuff. He's like, 3 zeros. Not till we see 3 zeros.
That's right.
I'll celebrate when I see 3 zeros.
That's my Yakima
Like he
boy.
is very adamant that the game is not over yet. But it was. It was over at that point. So there you go.
And speaking of players that were really good down the stretch, So is Cooper Kupp. Through the playoffs, Salk, and in the big moments, and like in the Super Bowl, he's the leading receiver in the Super Bowl. Who had that on their bingo card, right? Could have been AJ, could have been JSN. Certainly he would be the favorite. But Cooper just delivered, man. And I think just kind of based on Birdie and just different things you're hearing, like he's going to be back. I was kind of curious, just his body, and he was able to play, every game but one this year?
It's pretty impressive.
Unbelievable.
Pretty impressive.
Yep.
So there you go. That's how the game went. And when it was all said and done, Brock.
I probably should.
Please talk more trash about Jason Kelce if you can.
I probably shouldn't do that. Fine, Maura, you were right. Maybe on that guy.
It's okay.
I don't care.
It's just similar.
Just that guy. Just gonna always be that guy. Love this song. Come on, sing it, Lyle. Come on, Lyle. Sing it. We are the champions of fame. What a song. What a song.
We'll keep on fighting till the end.
When did this song come out?
70.
50 years?
I don't know.
50 years?
Lyle, who sings this song?
You think I have any idea?
You don't know, do you?
Come on.
It's really sad here. This is Queen. Wow.
Oh.
Freddie Mercury.
No, I know.
Oh, you know Queen? Yeah, all right, good. They sang We Will Rock You.
1977.
There you go.
49 years.
All right, Bump is down there. You know, when you hear this song, it means a parade is coming. We'll talk to Bump. We'll talk to Stacy. We got a lot more to do in one more hour. It's Brock and Salk. Seattle Sports on 710, seattlesports.com.
Y'all ready, Seattle? Let's go.
It's about us. The Seahawks win Super Bowl 60.
It's the Seahawks Super Bowl Championship Parade.
Sounds nice. Super Bowl champs, baby.
This morning.
Hey, 12's Bumpus, Stacy here, and we are here for the party.
Yep, we're broadcasting live from the Seahawks Championship Trophy celebration at Lumen Field starting at 10 a.m.
We're the home of the Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
Hey, shout out to the 12.
Seattle Sports.
Well, if you are 62 or older, right, and you find yourself on this parade day in that situation, and you're just wondering, gosh, I got so much equity in my home, like many of you do here in the Northwest, and you want to pull some cash out, but you don't want to go through a refinance or a HELOC and the cost of selling and all that. Don't really want to do that either. So what should you do? Well, Brock Hewitt here for Tila Mortgage, kind of like a play caller, right? What should I call here? You don't need to live at a lower standard. I know that. So you kind of got 3 play calls. Sell your home, get that HELOC or refinance, or dig into a reverse mortgage. Tila's done the analysis. They believe that a reverse mortgage is the most cost-effective way for seniors to go get cash out of your home without ever selling and have the option of no monthly mortgage payment. Too good to be true? I don't think so. Give them a call today and go compare. Go dig into that play call. Tila, spelled Tila, is a name you can trust for truthful, honest, and ethical advice for all your mortgage needs. Give them a call. They're ready for you, even on parade day. 206-766-8888. That's 206-766-8888. Insurance, property taxes, borrower's responsibility. Tila Mortgage LLC is a mortgage broker. MLS 247-2046.
Dealing with divorce and custody issues can be terrifying and very lonely, but you don't need to face it alone. Goldberg Jones has been helping Northwest husbands and fathers for more than 30 years. Thousands of men have put their trust in us. You can too. Learn more at goldbergjones.com.
Hey, it's Bob Stelton here, and let me tell you about one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. That's when I went to K2 Vision for RLE. That's Refractive Lens Exchange. Now, Dr. Kopstein started K2 Vision with Dr. King from King LASIK, the most experienced LASIK surgeon in the Northwest. King LASIK plus K2 Vision equals freedom vision for every stage of life. No glasses, no contacts, readers, or cataracts. Now, if you're somebody that struggles with distance vision and now you always need a pair of reading glasses, K2 Vision RLE could be your perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top: you never develop a cataract. Now, if you're somebody like me that had a pair of readers in every room of the home, in your car, you had to bring them into the restaurant with you. Otherwise, like me, you couldn't read the menu. That has all been rectified thanks to RLE. So whether it's LASIK, EVO, ICL, or RLE, trust the most experienced team of doctors to recommend what's best for you. Schedule your free Zoom consultation today at K2visionrle.com. That's K2visionrle.com. OlympicheotTub.com.
Olympic Hot Tub Super Smart Top Special is here. Hey, it's Ryan Roland Smith. This is your chance to save now on your new hot tub and get a free smart top worth $3,700. Take it from me because I have one. Smart Top is the ultimate cover for your tub. Strong, long-lasting, and ready to defend your tub against northwest weather. Super Smart Top special savings will make you feel, well, super. Details at OlympicheotTub.com. Better you, better life.
Olympic Hot Tub.
What is that sound? Ugh, that sounds like a plumbing sound. Luckily, there's a company that fixes all the plumbing sounds across Puget Sound. That's All Sound Plumbing. Puget Sound's plumbing experts. Have a sound? Visit allsoundplumbing.com.
Jewelry Graham. Hi, I'm Brian, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. Here to remind you that Valentine's Day is Saturday, February the 14th. It's the most romantic day of the year to give and get fine jewelry. We have expertly crafted gifts for every type of sweetheart, any style, any budget. Get creative and design a custom necklace with meaningful charms, including 14-karat gold letters, engravable hearts, and birthstones. For the one, we'll help you propose with a dream engagement ring. Come see our wide selection of hand-picked natural and lab-grown diamonds in all shapes and sizes, in stock and ready to compare side by side. At Shane Company, love is always in the air with our all-inclusive free lifetime warranty, everyday competitive prices, and no-pressure shopping experience. Come see us in store or at shaneco.com because a friend wants you to win Valentine's Day. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon. Hello? You won't believe where I am. Are you running? Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus, 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel? I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture. And then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with AutoPay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Home of your Super Bowl champion Seahawks, Seattle Sports.
They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
This is the power of 12 is 1, man.
KIRO AM Seattle and KIRO FM HD2 Tacoma.
Get his freaking auto!
From the Quantum Fiber Studio, this is Brock and Salk on Seattle Sports.
I don't read the internet, guys.
Take the bull by the hands.
And Brooke Ewart. And Brooke Ewart.
Now here are your hosts, Brock Ewart and Mike Salk.
All right, final hour of our morning, but really the day is just getting going. Bump and Stacy got the prime gig today, man. They got the play-by-play.
They get to break all the news usually.
Moment.
Right? It always
I know.
happens during their show.
Poor us, Brock. It's very sad.
All
of our championship parade coverage is provided by Harborstone Credit Union. As I said, Bump and Stacy will take over right before 10, and Bump's already down there. Good morning. How are you?
What up, fellas? What up? It's a celebration.
What's the
Let's
deal?
Get it.
What's it like down there?
Wow.
Take us inside.
I'm already hearing some noise down there.
Yeah. And Lumen is filling up. You got the Army trucks out there, military trucks ready for us to get loaded up in this thing. Got the stage ready. This is surreal, man. I dreamed about this as a kid, except I was supposed to be on the stage. Instead, I'm talking about it, but it's all good.
That's hilarious.
But look at that gray in your beard, too. You looking good.
You are looking good. What? Can you see the trucks, the military trucks?
Yeah, man.
What
they got
look
about.
Like? What do they do?
They got the Desert Storm trucks, the beige ones. The one my dad used to roll around in.
Cool.
You got the green fatigue ones out there. People are filling up. This thing's gonna be full. I thought it was just gonna be the lower bowl, but the 300 is gonna be filled up too, man. It's you feel the energy in here, man. It's like we won yesterday. It feels good.
How many trucks will they have? Like how many floats are there? Do we know?
4, 8, 12, 16, 18. I'd say about 24 to 26 trucks.
Because you got to figure 100 guys roughly on the team, right? 100 players.
There's 70 Salk. It's called the Ready Squad. It's 70.
Well, but over the course of the year, there could be other guys. So I was thinking like around 100 players. And then you got coaches, and then you got staff. So, yeah, it's got to be like 200 people roughly, don't you think?
Hey, they're even letting the broadcast crew get on. I'm going to be on the floor with Jen Mueller, with Ray Roberts, Dave Wyman.
Whoa.
They treating us right, man. Treating us right.
Whoa. Are you getting a ring for this?
Hey, I hope so. My boy JB with the Rams, he said congratulations. He's the play-by-play guy. He said congratulations. What's your ring size? And I go, we get a ring? He's like, well, in LA we got a ring, so I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
Wow. So you're telling me the whole stadium bump? Like I'm with you. I thought it'd just be kind of lower bowl. Like you think there's a chance? So like 60,000 people can be in the stadium.
Dude, it sold out in 2 hours.
Maybe I think like behind the stage. So the stage is on the north end of the stadium in front of the Hawks Nest.
Yeah.
So I would assume like in front of there. So you're probably gonna lose maybe like 10,000 seats.
Yeah.
You know, so for the most part though, people are here early, man. They the streets are packed already. You got people eating hot dogs at 9 a.m. It's crazy.
What we keep hearing, that's hilarious. We've been hearing all day from the police and everybody like, don't drive down there.
Right.
Did you get to see like what all that looks like, or the parade route, or the light rail? I mean, it seems like it's going to be a pretty nutty scene.
Yeah, so I took 405 to 90, and I passed by a couple stops. People are loaded up in the parking rides or whatnot. Actually, getting here early wasn't bad, but the closer I got, the more hectic it got. So I wouldn't. Now it's too late. If you think about driving up right now, do not do it. Hop on the light rail. Ride your bike, do something else.
And you must have had parking, right? You had parking at Lumen Field as a member of the broadcast
I got
crew.
hooked up.
If you don't have that, good luck. Like, there's no street parking.
Okay, but so you said this is a little surreal. This is something you dreamed of as a kid. This is something we watched from afar. And, you know, we talked a lot at the Super Bowl and hung out a bunch, which was a blast. But I don't think I ever asked you this question. Like, when did you think this was a legitimate possibility? That you and Stacy would be hosting this parade, that you would be on a float, that this team could actually get the whole job done? When did that click for you?
You know what's messed up, Brock, is that my buddies always remind me, right? At the beginning of the season, they ask me, what do you think about this team? And what are they going to do? And I go, 10 wins, maybe make the playoffs, maybe a wild card win. So after this is all said and done, now I don't know anything. Now I don't believe anything I say because I don't know what I'm talking about, right? But I'm telling them, like, this is just football. This is how this goes, right?
Yeah.
You make your predictions, and every week you reevaluate the team. For me, it was that Thursday night. I mean, I knew this team had potential. It was that Thursday night against the Rams where they came back overtime, won that game. That's when I really believed. Up to then, I'm still waiting to see, right? I have the same questions everyone else has. Sam Darnold, can he win the big game? Can the run game get going? Is this defense going to be able to hold off offenses the whole season? But in that moment, that's when I said, all right, they got a legitimate shot, man. Yeah. And it all came down to just that last drive, man, that throw to Cooper Kupp on the sideline, that corner where Sam Darnold stayed in the pocket, took one on the chin.
Yep.
And then just the play design for Kubiak to draw that play up, to release Sauber late, and to see Darnold go through all his reads, get to the fourth read and let it go. It was all those little moments in that drive that made me believe, all right, this seems legit. We knew the defense was going to ball, but it was all about the offense and finishing.
Who's going to be the happiest person on a float today?
Who's going to be the happiest person, man? You know what?
You could also interpret that as the drunkest person on a float today. But
right?
who will be the person we're talking about later? Like, oh, man, that guy was really enjoying the parade.
Listen, so we went to the after party at the Super Bowl. T-Pain was there. Ludacris was there. All the players were there. It was cracking. D. Hall was having the best time of his life. So I'm going to say D. Hall is going to be the guy, man. His energy, he came up to me. I don't even think he knew who I was. He came up to me, gave me a hug, and I'm like, this strong, massive man be tackling fools out there. Like, I'm glad I'm on this side. So I'm going to say D. Hall because his emotion is going to show for sure. And Spoon. You know Spoon's going to be crazy, too.
Biggest knees in the game, D. Hall.
Compare and contrast. So where were you 12 years ago?
12 years ago.
The last parade, it was a freezing cold day. Do you remember where you were at that point?
Oh yeah, I was in my duplex in Monroe, Washington, watching the Super Bowl with my brother-in-law, who is the biggest Seahawks fan of all time. I was coaching high school football at Snohomish High School, and just taking it all in, man. I'm watching the parade with him. I'm watching Marshawn throw the Skittles. I remember it being just looking super cold, and I was glad that I was inside.
Yeah.
Thankfully, today is beautiful. It's going to be about 45, 50 degrees. But I was a young man back then. No grays in the beard, only had 2 kids. It was different times back then.
So I see Stacy behind you. For anybody watching on video.
Is that Brenna, too? Is that the world famous Sports Illustrated?
We got Brenna, we got Mueller, we got B-Walt, we got Curtis over here.
But here's my question. Is B-Walt, Brian Walters, is he wearing those Seahawks jackets that they got?
Yeah, he's got the 50th anniversary. He stole it. I saw him. He stole it from the pro shop.
That thing looks good.
That does look
He
good.
must be making some bank because that can't be cheap.
Yep.
That can't be cheap.
B-Walt's an entrepreneur, man. He moves in silence. Real G's move in silence like lasagna.
That's for
there
sure.
You go. There you go.
Okay, so Salk asked you, the single individual, if you could put together on one of the trucks that's going to be going through town today, I don't know, the truck with the 4 or 5 Seahawks, outside of your media folks, you're going to be on your own, all the Seahawks radio media folks, put together a 4 or 5 person truck float that would be the one you'd want to be with today.
All right, got to go with Sam. Sam the man, got to go with Sam. Got to go with JSN. Then I'm going to go, I got to give that D-line some love, man.
Yeah.
You got to go with Leo.
Yeah.
Last one, you know what? And I'm going to put Coach up there, Macdonald.
Oh.
You know, I have a little bit of everything. A little bit of everything there. Yeah.
Who you going with, Salk? I see your mind spinning.
I don't want to be in that teacup with Ken Walker and Sam Darnold.
No.
That first things first. I don't want to be anywhere in that teacup. There was already not really enough room for the 2 of them, and I don't need to be the 3rd guy.
Yeah.
I want to be with Leonard Williams.
Yes.
I want to be
your
with
guy.
DeMarcus Lawrence.
Yes.
Those 2 would be 1A and 1B for me.
You got to have Zabel. You got to be with Zabel.
The bush lights being crushed does sound pretty fun. All right, so let's get Gray Zabel, and then I need one more person to be on a float with.
Maybe Michael Dixon. Just throw the Aussie in.
I bet the Aussie gets down.
I
That
bet
actually
it'd
might
be
be
fun.
the answer. Bump, that might be the answer of the guy who takes it too far today. The Michael Madsen of this group, maybe it's Michael Dixon.
Yep.
Hey, can I say something, man? I've been giving kickers just trouble all year, right? It's all out of love, though. But big ups to Jason Myers for making that tackle on that kick return.
Yeah.
And big ups to Dixon for pinning him back
3
or 4 times back there. So kickers are football players, too. I've been teasing them all year. I got to show them some love, man. Big ups to the kickers.
Bump, have a blast today. I can already see. I can feel it in your bounce. I hear it in your voice. You and Stacy and B-Walt and Jen and all the Seahawk radio.
You guys look like you're having
Yeah,
fun.
just, man, what a day. Go enjoy the heck out of it.
That'll be great. Thanks for letting me join the anticipated every morning Brock and Salk show. I appreciate y'all.
Thanks, buddy. All right, we'll
Well,
talk
love
to
you, Bump.
Stacy in a little bit with 9:45.
Yep.
There's Michael Bumpus. They've got the coverage starting at 10 o'clock. We'll probably actually jump off a couple minutes early so that they can have a few minutes to kind of set the scene at 10 o'clock. So we'll probably end at 9:52
Did you hear that
today.
already?
Yeah,
It
dude,
is.
it's popping there.
Buzzing.
Of course.
Holy cow.
And I'm not surprised at all. They're going to do a great job with this. I am a little jealous. That seems really fun. What Bump and Stacy and the rest of that group is going to do today. And I think he will get a ring. If I remember right, Jen got a ring the last time.
Did she?
I have a memory of Jen Mueller getting, I think she did a YouTube video about it.
I think they put the cubic zirconium in those.
Oh, I don't know what they put in it, but I'm
reasonably
reasonably sure they got rings.
That's
so
awesome.
Bump's going to be walking around with that ring on his
Love
finger.
it.
Pretty cool. All right, we'll come right back. We'll give you guys everything you need to know, including what Mike Macdonald told us yesterday about the offensive coordinator spot, and then we'll get back over there to talk to Stacy in a little while as well. It's Parade Day. Brock and Salk, Seattle Sports on 710.
Boss, a complete jerk who denied your time off request for the parade? Stuck at home with the kids because the babysitter's going to the parade? We got you.
They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
Follow Seattle Sports on all the socials for all the content, sights, and sounds that'll make you feel like you're on 4th Avenue with nearly 1 million of your fellow 12s. From the home of the Super Bowl champion Seahawks, Seattle Sports.
Seattle Sports Championship Parade coverage is provided by Harborstone Credit Union. It's a good day to be a football fan and a Harborstone Credit Union member. They've been voted the best credit union and best place to work. They're in the top 1% of credit unions for products and services in Washington State, and they've got a best-in-class mobile app. Harborstone Credit Union delivers real support to help people thrive, especially on days like today. With over 30 branches from Olympia to Bellingham, find one near you. Go to harborstone.com.
Seattle fans, your team has made football history and are back on top. Celebrate their big win and keep the memories of their amazing season alive with this limited edition full-size championship football for just $129.95. But act fast because only 5,000 will ever be made. To order, call 800-345-2868. That's 800-345-2868. Or visit NICOsports.com. That's NIKCO sports.com. Don't get left out as these will sell out.
Hey Hawk fans, Jake Bobo. Stormy weather is here. How's your roof holding up? Give Techline Roofing a call. With the strongest warranty in the business, Techline has you covered. That's Tekline, roofing.com. Trust Techline.
Here's a tale of Linda trying to lose weight, but the med prices she found were all over the place.
Hidden fees and markups made her jaw drop low. Then she found GoodRx. Now she's in the know.
GLP-1 subscriptions FDA approved.
With clear upfront pricing.
And same-day pickup.
That's GoodRx, the no-nonsense way. Save time and money on prescriptions.
Get to GoodRx.com/weight loss. GoodRx is not insurance.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Whether I'm catching up with friends or family, Sea Star Restaurant and Raw Bar in Bellevue is the place. Hey, Brock Heward here, and I love Sea Star's welcoming atmosphere and polished service, which make conversations flow easily and everyone leaves impressed. It's the same quality and hospitality Sea Star and Chef John Howie have been known for decades. And now an amazing deal. 3-course dinners in the lounge every night from open to close starting at just $50. Go check it out. Find the details at SeaStarRestaurant.com, SeaStarRestaurant.com.
At Les Schwab, we've been changing the tire game for more than 70 years. We design our own exclusive tires to give you more tires made for the roads you drive, less compromise. All backed by America's best tire warranty included in every tire we sell. It's more unbeatable tire warranty, less charging you extra, like the other guys. It's all about you getting more from less. Stop by or book an appointment at leschwab.com.
It took us 93 years to build this reputation, but it'll take just 5 minutes to ruin it. If you think about that, you'll do things differently.
Lee Johnson Auto Family.
The celebration continues.
We never wavered, man. We believed in each other. We loved each other.
On the home of your Super Bowl champion Seahawks, Seattle Sports.
See your favorite Seattle Mariners up close at the Peoria Sports Complex. Come to sunny and warm Peoria, Arizona to celebrate an AL West championship and the beginning of another great season for your Mariners. Spring training in Peoria has plenty of sunshine, warm temperatures, great food, and the best seats in baseball. It's family fun for fans of all ages. Book your trip today. Support your 2026 Seattle Mariners in Arizona for what promises to be another exciting season. Get your tickets at PeoriaBaseball.com.
Get your championship gear at Simply Seattle, your go-to shop for Seahawks gear with both licensed and custom designs you won't find anywhere else. Use code ESPN15 for 15% off your order at simplyseattle.com. Celebrate the title with jerseys, shirts, hoodies, hats, and collectibles. Want your gear in time for the parade? Shop in person at Simply Seattle on First Ave. And get ready for spring training with Mariners gear and Simply Originals like the Kid Logo hoodie. Code ESPN15 at simplyseattle.com.
Yay to Bruce, the streaming king.
With quantum fiber internet, he's gonna binge.
He wants more, he's got to have more.
More bedtime to ride.
More podcasts in the shower.
Quantum fiber Wi-Fi has the power. More fast internet speed.
He's got the geeks to go big, bring him the game.
Right now.
And his royal we.
More sports non-stop, his quantum fiber's on top. Yay to you.
Switch today at quantumfiber.com. Limited availability, service and speed in select locations only.
Dave Wyman here with Dr. Landis to talk about Swedish Cyberknife.
Essentially, it's a 5-day treatment, about 30 minutes per day. You walk in, you walk out, you essentially don't feel anything at all during treatment. Many patients still work full-time while they're having treatment.
5 days, less than an hour a day to treat prostate cancer. That really is amazing. If diagnosed with prostate cancer, consider treatment with Swedish CyberKnife. Go to swedish.org/cyberknifeprostate. Treat prostate cancer with Swedish CyberKnife.
Need to know.
15 minutes past every hour with Brock and Salk.
Here's what you need to know. Up first.
Well, you probably do know, but today is Parade Day. We're 45 minutes away from the 10 a.m. ceremony at Lumen Field. You heard Bump say a few minutes ago that the whole deal, I mean, it is a full stadium, 50,000 people on all three levels. And all of those people, in addition to the 900,000 others that are going to be gathered throughout the streets, will get to witness the parade as the Seahawks take 25 military vehicles or so and turn them into floats and have a blast connecting with the people here in Seattle.
Yeah, it really is the ultimate picture, right? In the last picture of this group doing it, they're going to celebrate like heck. They're going to love the heck out of each other. But it's the last, final picture of what we say all the time. Sport brings people together unlike anything else in our lives can do. Very few things bring people from all different backgrounds and sides of the aisle and all that fun. It just doesn't. You got 1 million people today, and they're going to be cheering the heck out of this team that represents this city so well.
Yeah.
And to have a day like today, too, with the sun shining.
Are you a little surprised? I mean, you were pointing out the T-shirt that
old Ernest Jones is wearing today.
So it is a picture of Sam Darnold smoking a cig. Or something.
Looks like a Marlboro.
Maybe. And there's a big old middle finger sticking out. I guess they kind of cared. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they didn't care, but they kind of cared.
Well, if they cared about one thing, it feels like they cared, and Spoon hit it right after the game. Like, they care about their quarterback.
They care about each other.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. And it's like the only thing that the country or the national media or whatever hates. They don't hate on Mike Macdonald. They don't hate on Ernest Jones. They don't hate on this defense.
It's just Sam.
They hate on the quarterback.
Yeah.
And he's like the...
Yeah, it's not we weren't respected. It's he wasn't. Our brother wasn't respected. That'll be a perfect lead in at 9:30 as we talk a little bit about love.
Here's the second thing you need to know.
It was enjoyable to kind of finish up with Mike Macdonald yesterday, and he did talk a lot about trying to replace Clint Kubiak, which is not going to be easy, right? I mean, he's a big part of what they just did.
Yep.
Did you see the JSN, every route JSN ran this year chart that was floating around yesterday?
No.
That was pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah, and a lot of the response was like...
piece of real estate on the field.
Pretty much, and it was like, Shane Waldron, what were you doing? Was a big response to that. So they're going to have to replace him.
How many people are under contract?
Right. Well, what if they're getting promotions, if someone's doing... I'm sorry, that was the idea of who's going to go with them?
How many people are under contract?
Right. Well, what if they're getting promotions? If someone's doing how does that factor in?
Yeah, it's a tricky thing because on one hand you want your people to have great opportunities and to grow their career, and that's a big part of what we want to be about. And we're also about creating the best possible team that we can have and putting ourselves in position to be consistent and be great. And it's about us as an organization as well.
Was that the parade bleeding through?
It may have been.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what that was.
That's so good. That's what it was. They're getting so hyped down there at the stadium, and they'll deal with that tomorrow. Right? I think.
Yeah, today's for having fun.
Yeah, I think, you traveled back Monday. Yesterday, you had the clean out, the clear out, everything. And today is fun. And then probably starting tomorrow, they will have to do some work. I kind of saw some headlines, Salk, that Janoko, the QB coach, was going to be going with Clint. I've kind of heard maybe otherwise from some other people around the team. Well, hold your horses. Everybody's going to be interviewed. They would really like to keep the continuity in-house with as much change as they have had. This will now be Mike's third coordinator in 3 years.
I keep coming back to the fact that Mike didn't bring anybody with him from Baltimore. Not nobody, but he did not bring big names with him from Baltimore.
Nope.
And as much as I know he's going to want to give guys an opportunity to, grow, I don't know whether a lot of guys are going to be leaving. I've kind of felt this whole time we'll see. He didn't allow it. Or he wasn't allowed to do it.
That's right.
And we'll see whether or not he allows it.
And by the way, those that are under contract here,
a
pretty good situation.
Yeah, and everyone's going to potentially move up a rung as well as Clint exits. So there may be some pretty good opportunities here for some of those same guys.
Here's the third thing you need to know.
All right, once today is over, we'll start to turn our attention to baseball season, and that's going to be awesome. Can't wait to get down to spring training.
A little picture from Adam Jude.
Oh, yeah, he's already there?
Day one.
Sheesh.
Starts today. picture of the complex down in Peoria that we'll be at in a week and a half.
I can't wait. I'm really excited to get down for spring training this year. It's going to be awesome. Mariners TV, Mariners.tv. You can get your plan now. It is available, $100 for the season to watch every game, or $20 a month. So yeah, that's Mariner news today. And then potential NBA news. Brad Townsend of the Dallas Morning News saying he's hearing that there will be a vote this summer on expanding the league by 2 teams. It's expected to pass, and that Vegas and Seattle would be the favorites.
Yeah.
Kind of heard this before.
Yeah, kind of wake me up when that happens, because I've heard this kind of again and again and again. And obviously NBA Europe and everything else. So yeah, kind of wake me up when there's real news. There's reports. This has made all the sense in the world. You have amazing arenas in Vegas and Seattle. You've got tremendous markets. Right, you just watch the Seattle fans, and it'll be all over the country today. You know, one more day, NFL Network and ESPN will take the shots of all the parade and all the sound.
Should they have canceled school today?
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Kind of weak.
100%.
Not like angry about it, but kind of weak.
Yeah.
Yeah, just cancel school.
Yep.
All right, that is everything you need to know. Oh, and then just if you had a chance to watch last night, U.S.-Canada women's hockey was awesome. So fun. That U.S. team is, what do they call it, a wagon?
Yeah.
They are a wagon.
They're a wagon?
They are a legit wagon. Because Canada's a good team, and they just completely dispensed with them. Canada could barely break out of their own zone.
Olympics yet? Huh? Have you watched much of the Olympics?
Yeah, I've been watching every night.
Oh, okay.
I've watched a lot of hockey and curling.
Oh, shocker.
A little bit of skiing related stuff, not a ton.
Gotcha.
Mostly just hockey and curling.
I don't know. I'm just so in on, like, it's weird. It's once this hay's in the barn, once the parade's over today. But then again, like I said, well, you know, then we got the staff, and then we got the combine, and then we got free agency, and then we got the league year, and it happens.
But it's going to be baseball season, and this Olympics is pretty fun. When the men start playing, that's going to be awesome. Men's hockey is going to be great. See if anybody can take down this Canadian team, which is just
good luck.
So stacked. I mean, it is. Sidney Crosby's their third-line center. Like, what do you even say to that? He's their third-line center. Like, okay, first you got McDavid, and then you're going to throw out McKinnon, and then, okay, yeah, maybe we'll get to Sidney Crosby. Unreal. All right.
Is love in the air, Salk?
It is.
It is?
I checked in with a therapist. I went deep, Brock. I have a connection with a therapist, and so I was able to do a little research on a word that we've heard a lot from the Seahawks. I think you'll like this. It's next on Brock and Salk.
Y'all ready, Seattle? Let's go.
It's about us. The Seahawks win Super Bowl 60.
It's the Seahawks Super Bowl Championship Parade.
That sounds nice. Super Bowl champs, baby.
This morning.
Hey, 12's Bumpus, Stacy here, and we are here for the party.
Yep, we're broadcasting live from the Seahawks Championship Trophy celebration at Lumen Field starting at 10 a.m.
We're the home of the Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
Hey, shout out to the 12.
Seattle Sports.
You know why they're champs in this town? Because they are great teammates. They care a lot about each other, and that's exactly what I call my friends over there at First Mark Insurance. They call it the First Mark Insurance Challenge. If you're in the boat that Molly and I were in, my parents were in, many of my friends have been in, and that is, I just don't know what we have covered. I don't know why my premiums are going up. Maybe I should take this First Mark Insurance Challenge, and boy, am I glad we did. Here's how they, as a teammate, go to work for you. They will analyze your coverage, making sure you're not overpaying for the wrong coverage. Then, unlike you and me, they go to the market. Dozens of major carriers they have worked with for years to find you the best fit. That's it. There's no stress there, no confusion. They're your teammate, and they spent the last 3 decades helping thousands of families successfully manage this complicated world of insurance. So please don't wait more any longer. On this parade day, take the First Mark Challenge. It's totally free, and you might be the next First Mark Challenge victory I get to talk to. All you got to do is go to firstmarkinsurance.com. That's it, firstmarkinsurance.com, your great teammate that goes to work for you.
Hey everyone, Rick Witters, owner of Cressy Door. At Cressy Door, we offer top-of-the-line garage doors, garage door service, and garage door repairs. From everyone here at Cressy Door, congratulations to the Hawks for winning the big game.
Hey Hawk fans, Jake Bowo. Stormy weather is here. How's your roof holding up? Give Techline Roofing a call. With the strongest warranty in the business, Techline has you covered. That's Tekline, roofing.com. Trust Techline.
For over 50 years, Bucky's Complete Auto Repair has been the one locals trust for honest pricing, expert service, and guaranteed repairs. This dedication has earned them a Carfax Preferred designation. At Bucky's, every customer gets detailed Carfax updates, timely service reminders, and a full service history, all at your fingertips. With 16 family-owned locations, no appointment needed, and easy financing, Bucky's makes auto care simple. Visit Bucky's.com today and drive with confidence. Bucky's.com.
To
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text BOUNCE to 215-215 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text BOUNCE to 215-215. That's BOUNCE to 215-215.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Forget Cloud 9. We're headed to Cloud 10 with prizes up to $10,000 in cash. Hearts will be racing every Saturday night in February as 2 lovely winners are drawn every hour from 6:30 till 10:30. Will you be one of Cupid's cash board winners? Visit daily to claim your free entry and find out. Don't forget, your Reef Rewards card can save you up to 25 cents per gallon at Lummi Bay Market next to Silver Reef. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5 exit 260.
Home of your Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks.
They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
Seattle Sports.
It's game time, and Toyota of Kirkland and Toyota Renton are lining up with a roster that's built to dominate the field. The gas-powered RAV4, built to power through every drive, rain or shine. Or switch up the play with the hybrid RAV4, versatile, efficient, and always moving the chains. The Tacoma, tough, dependable, and clutch when it counts. And now, taking the field, the all-new 2026 Toyota Tundra, redesigned, powerful, and built for the big moments. Whether you're in the north or the south, Toyota of Kirkland and Toyota of Renton have your winning ride. Visit toyotaofkirkland.com and toyotaofrenton.com.
Olympic Hot Tub Super Smart Top Special is here. Hey, it's Ryan Rowland-Smith. This is your chance to save now on your new hot tub and get a free Smart Top worth $3,700. Take it from me because I have one. Smart Top is the ultimate cover for your tub. Strong, long-lasting, and ready to defend your tub against northwest weather. Super Smart Top special savings will make you feel, well, super. Details at olympichottub.com. Better you, better life.
Olympic Hot Tub. Progressive knows life takes you in many directions.
Bear right at exit 32, then begin to wonder why you never bought a fish tank. In 1.3 miles, you'll realize you've been mispronouncing epitome your whole life. At the roundabout, you will remember you said something at dinner you wish you hadn't and will think about it for decades. You have arrived at your destination, but it turns out there really is no destination and life just keeps going.
Wherever life takes you, protect your home and auto with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
This hour is brought to you by Davis Law Group.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio, you're listening to Brock and Salk.
Weekdays 6 to 10.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
We'll get back down to the parade site at Lumen Field for the ceremony. We'll talk to Stacy Rost, who'll be hosting some of that stuff for us here on Seattle Sports. We'll do that in about 10-15 minutes. All of our championship parade coverage, Brock, provided by Harborstone Credit Union. I've watched, I don't know how many mic'd up videos from the Super Bowl and from the parade, just the party and the excitement and the celebration afterwards. And it was one after another of a player telling another player, "I love you. I love you." You even heard it. You played at Blue 88 today. You played the Julian Love deal, and at the end, after he gets the pick, Sam Darnold comes over, right, and he's like, "I knew you would get what did he say? A pick in the soupy," and he's, "I love you. I love you." I've never heard a group of men say "I love you" to each other as much as this group does. It's unbelievable. I think it's great. It is a sweet characteristic of this team. I do think it's a really big part of why they won. And you can hear it. I mean, listen to Ernest Jones, who I think has been right at the forefront of this. Here he is with Rich Eisen talking about just how important this organization was.
And my heart's the happiest it's been in months, man. It's been a tough time, from getting traded twice to losing my dad. It's been super hard. But man, this organization, they truly don't realize they changed my life, man. This Super Bowl, this thing means everything to me to do it with this group of guys. Like I said, we deserved it. We put the work in. But for me, there's a little personal side to it that, through all the things that I've been through, making it this far has been everything.
So that's the personal side of it with the organization. And I'll play you some Leonard Williams who backed that up. But he didn't mind using the word love. Why is the defense so good?
Man, I think it's just truly, man, when you got a group of men that truly love each other, and it's not just what we do for each other on the field, it's off the field, there's true connections. Man, a group of us doing that, it all, going towards one goal, that's powerful. And I think that's what it was. We set our mind on, this season is a failure if we're not the best defense in the league and we aren't, in the Super Bowl. So we had a goal and we stuck with it.
All right, so where did this come from? How did this group of macho, tough, physical, violent football players from disparate backgrounds and different places all manage to not just love each other, but be willing to say they love each other over and over again, not just to each other, but to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
It is a remarkable story and something you don't hear very often in sports, certainly in contact, violent sports like the NFL.
Did we hear it 10 years ago?
I don't remember it. Now, that's not to say that group didn't love each other.
Correct.
I'm sure they did.
Yes.
And they had each other's
I'm
back.
honestly just trying to remember more.
I don't remember
Do you
that.
remember that LOB crew and that whole era when it was
They
Mike?
talked about playing for each other. I think it was more, they used the word brotherhood more, I think. But I don't think it was the I love yous.
That's right.
I love you. It's a really powerful statement that for a long, long time was reserved for family members and or your, significant other. And no, they're using it with each other all the time and very comfortably. I think it's amazing. I think it's a testament to who they are. I think it's a testament to how our world has changed a little bit in those 10 years, Brock. I think it's a testament to Mike Macdonald and the walk and talks that he did to break down those barriers that might exist so that Jaron Reed and Michael Dixon, who couldn't look more different, act more different, come from more different places, can get a chance to go out and learn about each other and break down some of those barriers. I do, without getting too deep, think that there's a powerful message here about where we are as a society. I do think it's one of the reasons people have gravitated towards our show over the years, knowing that we don't agree on a lot of things away from sports.
Off the air.
Off the air. There are times occasionally. And sports teams are not just like an entire community or a whole society. But I have to imagine that forced engagement, forcing yourself to meet with and be uncomfortable in situations with people that don't think like you, look like you, act like you, has to be helpful. Generally, getting to know people helps you learn to trust them. And that's where you get down, I think, to the other word we've heard from this team a lot, and that is vulnerability.
Did your therapist help you put all this together?
No, this was all me. But then I asked Heather, who is a therapist. My wife, Heather, is a therapist. I brought up the word vulnerability, and she went off.
Whoa.
She just started talking about the importance of vulnerability to the point where I said, hey, would you do me a favor? Would you write that down for me? Like, I don't know that I'm going to remember everything you just said. So she gave me just a quick recap of what she said. Emotional intimacy is built on vulnerability, and you need both to create enduring attachments between people. Also, when you're vulnerable with someone, mirror neurons in the brain prompt the other person to be vulnerable also, creating an opportunity for mutual vulnerability and deeper connections. I think if I were to ask her, she could probably weave the word trust into that as well, which clearly has a major effect. We've talked about the speed of trust and the importance of trust between organizations, between people, and how much better it is to be able to work with folks that you trust. Well, weave that word in there as well. Those mutual connections and vulnerability. Look, I'm not saying this team has the greatest chemistry of all time. Obviously, that would be prisoner of the moment. But they're sure talking in a way that I've never heard before.
I would agree. And that's not just you can just play every soundbite. Even the soundbite of Sam and Mike after the game when he joked about smelling like yellow Gatorade. Like, I love you, man. Like, it's not just player to player. It's not just quarterback Drew Lock and Sam. And you've certainly felt that like at every turn, right? Whether it's in their own little position groups, whether it's in their own personnel groups, whether it's their own offense, defense, whether it's even coaches. And I'm sure John Schneider, if he was mic'd up in that locker room and all of the affinity and trust and love, all of it that they have for one another, Mike, it's pretty special. Yeah, that you're right, Maura. You said a decade ago or 12 years ago that team was built on brotherhood, and it was.
And they did say "love our brothers," right? LOB also was "love our brothers," not just Legion of Boom. So they used the word love.
Yes,
but it wasn't "I love you"
no.
over and over again in public. I never heard the word vulnerability like Leonard Williams said to me a couple weeks ago.
Going to the vulnerable piece, I think we created an environment where we feel connected. We feel like a family. I've told people how being here feels like back in my old college days when football is just fun. It's fun to come into work every day, and I think having an environment like that allows guys to be vulnerable. Like we've had guys like EJ tell his story, when his father passed away, and guys are there for him, and Charles Cross, and like guys are just I think just all season long have been able to share their story, speak up in front of team meetings and things like that, and it just created a family environment.
At Radio Media Row, we didn't get Coach Dungy on the show, but I did get a chance to spend some time with him and a few other folks that were with him and part of his team. And, man, it was amazing. So it's been 20 years, right? That was 2003 team. So 23 years. And yet right away, like right back to the roots of it. Oh, do you remember so-and-so? Oh, do you remember how we would gather? Oh, do you remember on Fridays nobody wanted to leave and everybody would like – that was a really deep-rooted team. And I think you tend to find, I think we would say the same thing about our Mariners.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that Mariner,
I don't know if they use the same words necessarily, but I think very clearly there was a connection there that they had some level of love for each other. We asked Mike Macdonald about it, about love and about vulnerability. This was a couple of weeks ago. This was in December. So you're looking at like, what, a month and a half ago?
Okay.
I haven't thought of it through that lens, but they have. They've vulnerable. I just say like real. It's a realness. I think I'd say everybody in our I'm proud to say that like our operation and the people that we have. It's not this like there's no showboat. There's no like me or I'm gonna say the things that I need to say because it's gonna sound sweet or I'm supposed to say these things, but I really feel this way. Like there's none of that, and our coaches do a great job of that. It starts with John, starts with the feeling, I think, coming from Jody and like the feeling she wants to the team and our leaders. I think they set a great example for just, hey, all we're doing is just trying to be freaking great. We're trying to be a great team and make this vision come to life. And that's what we're trying to do.
You know what's crazy? We were talking about this in July. I didn't remember this because I don't remember anything. But just looking through the notes, I just searched in our system under the word vulnerable. Brock, we were talking about this with Bert Breer. This is July 30th. We were talking about it with Julian Love on July 24th.
That was training camp.
We were talking about it with Mike Macdonald. Like, I got sound. Here's Bert Breer.
I think part of that, Brock, like might be a result of who's coming into the league. I even thought about this. Like, this is like a crazy thing that hit me watching them and thinking about like how camp looks so different. Like some of these guys, like most of the league now, probably didn't have two-a-days at any level.
So he was, anyway, it started with vulnerability, and he ended up going there. Here was Julian Love, July 24th.
Yeah, I would say in the old NFL, no. But the times have changed. I think for us, we have talent. We have the scheme. Mike is just a heck of a coach, as well as all of our other position coaches. And then that last component is kind of connectedness. And to do that, to have that, you got to kind of be vulnerable. You got to kind of understand what everybody's dealing with, where everybody's coming from, just so you can kind of build a bond that's different. So yeah, I think we embrace it, we acknowledge it, we try to put ourselves out there, and we just hope our guys have our back.
And that's the point, that we try to put ourselves out there.
Yes.
You can't, it's really hard. It's really hard to build meaningful relationships with anybody. This is what Heather told me last night. It is really difficult, she tells clients this, to build meaningful relationships with anybody if you're not willing to put yourself out there, if you're not willing to be vulnerable, if you're not willing to make yourself weak in order to help, build a bond that will actually connect you to another human.
Yep. Back in the day, so when I was in college in the 90s, you'd have spring football, right? And it would be like after the spring break and that quarter and start, and you would see like, oh, what is Virginia Tech doing here, right? You'd see some of their people and coaches, and oh, what is Kansas State doing here? And like, oh man, there's other, it's kind of cool. Like, and you'd ask, and you'd say, well, they trying to come in and learn. So there was almost like a reciprocal nature. Reciprocity in the game, in the collegial environment, like, hey, man, you guys are doing this really well. Let me come in and see what you're doing, and vice versa. And, obviously with all the flux of college football, I don't think that happens much anymore. It certainly doesn't happen with the paranoia of the NFL. But I promise you, there will be people studying how they did this so fast.
There's going to be a lot of authenticity.
How they formed these
Speed of trust,
bonds.
man.
Yes.
Speed of trust, and you got to be vulnerable if you want to create that trust. So, Brock, I love you. Maura, I love you. Lyle, I'm learning to love you. We haven't known each other as long.
Right.
But
Lyle, you got to let yourself, out
we're looking
more.
for you to be a little more vulnerable.
Maddie Nelson, we love you. Just keep, we do. Yeah, we love you.
That's a flat. He's just no thanks.
He's not accepting that.
Not accepting that. In fact, he's trying to shoot
You've been
it back.
rejected.
That's okay. Over time, we'll build some more bonds.
Yeah. Well, you put yourself out there, Brock, and sometimes when you put yourself out there, it doesn't go the way you want. We're going to head over to Lumen Field here in just a moment. I don't know if Stacy's ready or not yet, but let's see if we can get Stacy ready, because I want to get a couple minutes with her before we turn things over to them for the parade. I don't know that I'm going to be hearing a chant of I love you or anything like that from the players, but I do think you're going to experience and see some of that. I mean, we've seen it over the last few days. The just genuine affection that they have for each other. Some of the, the
hugs,
the bittersweet nature of them winning, but also being like, oh man, this is going to end.
They don't want to end.
I just love this.
I
don't want it to end.
They don't want to stop practicing. They don't want to stop meeting. They don't want to stop getting together. And,
it's cool.
And they're going to have to take a break. And it will be challenged because there are going to be guys that go, that they really care about, right? That they know that are really good players. But that's just the nature of the NFL. And they already know some coaches are going to go, and they'll never get to do this again. That's the hardest part, and that's why today, man, you've got to absorb today.
Let me give you one more piece of sound before we go down to Lumen Field and talk to Stacy. Maura found this one, of course. This is Leonard Williams talking to Josina Anderson yesterday, and you mentioned how a lot of this is top-down, starting with Schneider through Macdonald. Listen to what Leonard Williams says about John Schneider.
I mean, I think that's really a big part of it. I've never been around, head office guys or GMs that I feel so comfortable with. I see John as a lifelong friend. He's somebody that, I could treat as a regular guy in this locker room. And I never had a connection like that with a guy who works upstairs,
Now, we'll see if he still feels that way in a couple of years, if and when there's a contract dispute and they have to. But it is very telling that that is the energy and the vibe coming from the players right now. It is a message of love. All right, let's go back down to Lumen Field, where we're just a few minutes away from the beginning of the trophy presentation ceremony and then the parade after that. Stacy Rost of Bump and Stacy. Hi, Stacy.
Hi, guys.
All right. What are we feeling? Is it filling up? Is it full?
It is. It looks like there's 20 to 30 to 40,000 people here to watch us broadcast live, and that is flattering. I'm very touched. No, it's great. It's starting to fill in. There's lots and lots of people still waiting to get in, but music's going, energy's right. We're going to watch Bump and many others board these like army trucks for the parade, so feeling's great.
So he's not even hosting with you. He's going to be on a boat.
Well,
or a float, I should say.
A float.
Bump
will be with us to start, and then because Bump's obviously part of the broadcast team, we get this really cool thing where Bump and Jen and those other broadcast voices we love are going to get on, and they're going to go through the parade, and then we're going to touch base with them throughout the parade, throughout the show. Call in, ask them how's it going.
So they can't partake in all of the fun.
Oh, sure they can.
They
can?
You
know what? I wouldn't rule it out.
All right. Okay.
So not everybody's got the discipline that you do.
I am very, very concerned.
Yes.
I would never, ever.
No, this is true,
crack a
Stacey.
microphone.
This is 100% true.
I did it one time. In 2004, and I will never. If I have had one drink, I will not go on the air.
Why? What happened?
He was energy boy.
Yeah, it just wasn't right. Like I just didn't have control, and I think that's not safe for me personally. But if other people want to do it, I don't want to get in the. I don't want to spoil a good time.
Yeah.
Personally, for me, That's an absolute non-starter.
Okay, so I get to do something, Stacy. I get to ask you a question. You hear all of these people always ask on the sidelines, post-game. I get to do when I'm in the UFL doing that work. I want to know, Stacy, right now, as you're sitting in Lumen Field at the start of this ceremony, what is going through your mind? What are you feeling right now?
I think probably a word that you guys have felt, which is surreal. I did not expect this team to get to and win a Super Bowl. All of us were talking about how the Patriots were so far ahead because they won 4 games last year. The Seahawks were ahead too. I thought this would be, you go in as a wild card team, you try to make a statement, you have the best defense in football, maybe like that's the dream. So even when it became clear that Thursday night win over the Rams that no, we're really talking about the Seahawks being the best team in football. It's like the feeling took a minute to catch up to the numbers and to what you were seeing on film and to what you knew watching this team. And I think, I'm going to be really honest, you guys, despite being at Radio Row, despite watching the Super Bowl, I think it's hitting me right now watching this parade get ready. I think that's where it's finally hit me. I can't believe it took all of, I don't know, a couple days until after the Super Bowl win.
Yeah. How are you at being vulnerable, Stacey? Are you good at being vulnerable?
I'm so great at being vulnerable. I'm the best at being vulnerable. I ace therapy. I need to ask my therapist if I'm her best client. I probably am.
This team uses that word a lot. It's crazy.
Yeah.
They say I love you to each other a lot. It is really remarkable.
It is. I mean, I believe in the closeness. I know that, everyone likes to talk. First of all, everyone gets along when you're winning. But there is a very genuine, and I know that you guys can see it, a very genuine camaraderie with this team that existed with the 2013 team in a very different way.
Mm-hmm.
And I covered that team immediately after Super Bowl 49. Bummer feeling.
Really good timing on your part.
Bummer feeling at times in that locker room. I thought it was pretty fractured by then.
Yeah.
But still a lot of closeness between certain groups of people, and there was still, they were still a really good team. They just couldn't quite get it done. This feels different. It's just different.
Yeah. What's the plan of action today? Do we have notes in front of you? Do you have a itinerary in front of you? Have a schedule of kind of events? Is Rabel emceeing the thing on the field like he's? I mean, has there been a better?
Is G out there? G's got to be out there doing his.
G's got to be out there. Yeah, I'm seeing some of the game day guys out there. I'm sure G is out there. Oh, he's got to be. Maybe he's the conductor of it. Right at the front.
She's going to be with JSN on a float, the two of them.
Oh, no.
Best in the world.
We're going to go uninterrupted and just kind of try to make it as much as possible as though for this sold-out event, anyone who couldn't get in is feeling very much like they're here. So that's really just our goal for the first hour.
All right. Well, we're going to jump out a little early and make sure you have time to set the scene and all that. Let me just ask you, since Brock asked Bump earlier, if you could design your own group for a float, what four Seahawks are you riding around this parade with?
Ernest Jones. Did you guys see his Sam Darnold shirt?
Yes. That's pretty
that
good.
guy just seems like
he's wrong.
Brockton. He just seems like a ride or die, like a great, like you know what I mean?
He's got your back.
Yeah, he's got your back. Of course, you got to go.
Who's got your back? I got your back. Who got your back?
Exactly that. Devin Witherspoon bringing the energy.
Okay.
Absolutely. Of course, you got to have JSN because people might be tossing you cans. They might be tossing you things to sign, tossing you footballs, T-shirts, and I have horrible hands. You know what I mean? I've never been an athlete a day in my life. Not a land athlete.
Little hands.
And so I need JSN. Yeah, not a land athlete. So exactly. Thank you. And so I'm going to need JSN to be able to catch that. For fourth, man, I'm going to go Zabel. He's going to have Yeah, he's gonna get the party going too.
All of those cans that get tossed up, he's gonna know what to do with them.
You're right.
He's gonna know exactly where they go. Yep. All right, well, Stacy, have a great time. What a cool deal for you and for Bump and really for the whole city. Enjoy this. This will be great. That's Stacy Rost. Bump and Stacy's going to take over here, and we'll jump out a little bit early in order to make sure they've got some time to really set the scene. So, what a phenomenal experience.
Is she ready for the handoff, or are we just?
No, we're going to take a break and then give it right back.
I got you.
Yeah. No, we're going to take a break now.
Okay.
No, we'll jump out. We'll end our show now.
Okay.
We'll give them a couple minutes before 10 o'clock to kind of get everything set up and ready to go.
Pretty neat, man. Pretty surreal. I think Stacy's right. I think today is going to be the day that it's going to hit the million people that are down there.
Yeah. Like, wow, this really happened.
This happened.
Yeah.
And we're the best in the world.
Pretty darn cool. Champions right here in Seattle. Enjoy the parade today, everybody. Stay safe. And, Well, I'm going to be out the next couple days. I got to
Brady
go to
Henderson
Denver.
and I tomorrow. Lefko me Friday.
Cool.
I'm going to be hosting Salk. What?
Ooh, hanging out at Brock's house? How about that? The Salks and Hewards together in Denver?
Hatfields, McCoys.
Oh, my gosh. All right, everybody. Enjoy the day. Brock, you know where the hay is.
It's in the championship barn.
See ya.
Get to the chopper!
Y'all ready, Seattle? Let's go.
It's about us. The Seahawks win Super Bowl 60.
It's the Seahawks Super Bowl Championship Parade.
Sounds nice. Super Bowl champs, baby.
This morning.
Hey, 12's Bumpus, Stacy here, and we are here for the party.
Yep, we're broadcasting live from the Seahawks Championship Trophy celebration at Lumen Field starting at 10 a.m.
We're the home of the Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
Hey, shout out to the 12.
Seattle Sports.
Matt Coker here with West Coast Men's Health. In the past 5 years, we've seen thousands of men at our clinics. Most guys tell us the same story, that in their early 50s, it's not that they couldn't function, they just needed help. They started taking Viagra, and it worked great at first. But after a few years, it stopped working. The problem is that their arteries had become more restricted since they started taking it, because Viagra does not unclog arteries. Here at West Coast Men's Health, we use acoustic wave therapy to target the real problem. We break down plaque and clear up the arteries so blood can flow like it did in your 20s. This restores function. And guys, listen to this. You won't have to take a pill anymore. So if this sounds like you, give West Coast Men's Health a call today and see how we can help.
With clinics in Redmond and Tacoma, call 206-519-6541. That's 206-519-6541. 206-519-6541. Online at westcoastmenshealth.com.
For over 113 years, Pacific Lamp and Supply Company has been your #1 lighting specialist in Washington, from the Space Needle in Seattle all the way to the Riverwalk in Spokane. With the largest lighting inventory in Washington, Pacific Lamp's knowledgeable and experienced staff can assist with any lighting issue, including intricate lighting and control designs. Plus, they work with all utilities in Washington to get you the best available lighting rebates. Pacific Lamp and Supply Company, Washington's lighting experts since 1912. Visit pacificlamp.com.
Get your championship gear at Simply Seattle, your go-to shop for Seahawks gear with both licensed and custom designs you won't find anywhere else. Use code ESPN15 for 15% off your order at simplyseattle.com. Celebrate the title with jerseys, shirts, hoodies, hats, and collectibles. Want your gear in time for the parade? Shop in person at Simply Seattle on First Ave. And get ready for spring training with Mariners gear and Simply Originals like the Kid Logo hoodie. Code ESPN15 at simplyseattle.com.
It's home show season. To celebrate, Lake Washington Windows and Doors is giving you 20% off and a lifetime installation warranty, plus 12 months to pay with 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest financing. See us at the home shows or visit lakewashingtonwindows.com.
P&D Tree Service, experts in local tree removal. Their team works fast to remove problem trees in your yard and neighborhood. Have you ever seen a tree removed by a crane? P&D Tree Services specializes in close-quarter tree removal to minimize impact on your landscaping. 24-hour emergency service. Any job, big or small. Safe, efficient, and fast. P&D Tree Service turns multi-day jobs into a few hours, saving you time and money. Enjoy a clean, safe, and bright yard. PNDTreeService.com.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
When you buy a new vehicle from Lee Johnson, you'll get a lifetime powertrain warranty included.
This President's Day, Pure Talk is honoring Jackson and Lincoln by offering unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month. Meanwhile, Big Wireless is honoring Benjamin Franklin by charging families hundreds of dollars for the same 5G service. What's up with that? Ben Franklin wasn't even a president. When you switch to Pure Talk, you'll be in business with an American wireless company that supports our vets in a big way and keeps all their customer service in this country. That's important. And you'll be on the same towers the big carriers use, so you'll get the same 5G service without the inflated price. So hang on to your Benjamins and switch to Pure Talk for a Jackson and a Lincoln. No contract, no hidden fees. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and you'll get 50% off your first month when you switch. That's pound 250, Mike Rowe, for an American wireless company that is truly unprecedented. Pure Talk.
Never have I ever called my sister
from the finish line of my first marathon.
Hello?
You won't believe where I am.
Are you running?
Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus, 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel? I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture. And then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with autopay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 100%